miles from end to end. Every road and river name burns like iron in our veins. Hear the call, the signal rise from the coast to mountain skies. When the shadows try to land, we stand. America, hold the line. America, tonight is mine. Tactical Templar, online, guard the flame, defend the line. America, hold the line. America, we rise, Tactical Templar, online, steal the heart, defend the light. In the grid of a million screens, he moves like a ghost through code and beams. A chrome cross night with a focused eye, breaking down every false disguise. Spam wars flood the open gate. He reads the lies, he seals the breach. Every threat that tries to crawl meets a wall, meets a wall. Hear the call, the signal rise from the coast to mountain skies. When the shadows try to land, we stand. America, hold the line. America, tonight is mine. Tactical Templar, online, guard the flame, defend the light. America, screens. He moves like a ghost through code and beams. A chrome-crossed knight with a focused eye, breaking down every false disguise. Spam wars flood the open gate. He reads the lies, he seals the breach. Every threat that tries to crawl meets a wall, meets a wall. Hear the call, the signal rise, from the coast to mountain skies. When the shadows try to land, we stand. America, hold the line. America, tonight is mine. Tactical Templar online. Guard the flame, defend the light. America, hold the line. America, we rise, we rise. Tactical Templar online. Steal the heart, defend the light. In the dark of the midnight feed, he plants truth like a battle creed. No surrender, no retreat, just the thunder under his feet. From the screen to the steadfast shore, he stands for the things worth fighting for. One nation, loud and alive. We endure, we survive. America, America. America, hold the line. America, tonight is mine. Tactical Templar online. Guard the flame, defend the light. America, hold the line. America, we rise, we rise. Tactical Templar online. Steal the heart, defend the light. Hold the line, hold the line. We rise, we rise. Tactical Templar, defend the light. He sat on a pile of gold with ale on his breath and spite in his throat. Heavy with greed, with glassy red eyes, counting his curses like stolen praise. His tower was packed with junk and bone, cheap trinkets stacked like a rusted throne. He sold his soul for a price tag grin and fed on the shame that he called a win. He raised black banners in the dawn, pointing at songs till the voices were gone. But every lie leaves a stain in stone, and every thief ends up standing alone. False flagger burn, your banners turn to ash. False flagger learn. chasing bright treasure through fevered days, flipping his relics for silver and pride, while faithful friends were cast aside. He called for the chains, for the mute, for the break, for every voice he could make the world take. But the halls grew loud with the thunderous call, and neighbors stood shoulder to shoulder in fall. No crown for the man who feeds on fear, no feast for the one who poisons the year. He dragged his name through mud and fire, then found the bridge burned by his own desire. False flagger burn, your banners turn to ash. False flagger learn, the crowd has joined at last. Greed in your hands and envy in your eyes. False flagger fall when the whole world rises. Now the masks come off in the war drum rain, and the liar hears his own name break. No throne survives when the people sing. No fraud outlives the dawn we bring. False flagger burn, your banners turn to ash. False flagger learn, the crowd has joined at last. Greed in your hands and envy in your eyes. False flagger fall when the whole world rises. He sat on a pile of gold, with ale on his breath and spite in his throat. Heavy with greed, with glassy red eyes, counting his curses like stolen prize. His tower was packed with junk and bone, cheap trinkets stacked like a rusted throne. He sold his soul for a price tag grin, and fed on the shame that he called a win. He raised black banners in the dawn, pointing at songs till the voices were gone. But every line leaves a stain in stone, and every thief ends up standing alone. False flagger burn, your banners turn to ash. False flagger learn, the crowd has joined at last. Greed in your hands and envy in your eyes. False flagger fall when the whole world rises. hunting bright treasure through fever days, flipping his relics for silver and pride, while faithful friends were cast aside. He called for the chains, for the mute, for the break, for every voice he could make the world take. But the halls grew loud with a thunderous call, and neighbors stood shoulder to shoulder in fall. No crown for the man who feeds on fear, no feast for the one who poisons the year. He dragged his name through mud and fire, then found the bridge burned by his own desire. False flagger burn, your banners turn to ash. False flagger learn, the crowd has joined at last. Greed in your hands and envy in your eyes. False flagger fall when the whole world rises. Now the masks come off in the war drum rain, and the liar hears his own name break. No throne survives when the people sing. No fraud outlives the dawn we False flagger burn, your banners turn to ash. False flagger learn, and the crowd has joined at last. Greed in your hands and envy in your eyes. False flagger fall when the whole world rises. In the glow of 100 screens, tactical Templar draws his steel. From thumbnail banners to comment beams, he calls the scattered to the wheel. Bite, 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 the banners rise from basement desks and kitchen floors. Writers, gamers, camera eyes, all answer now with iron roars. Hear the signal split the night, one shared vow, one burning thread. Every channel locks in tight, every brave word raised instead. Tactical Templar, lead us on. Tactical Templar, bring the dawn. We stand as one, we hold the line. 1,000 voices, one design. Tactical Templar, break their scheme. Tactical Templar, forge the dream. No broken gate, no dark decree. The creators march, and all are free. Then came the quartering, with a smear black crown spinning his rock through the halls of the feed. He poured out doubt to drag us down, and fed on panic like it was need. But the editor sharpened every frame, the streamer raised his painted blade. The podcaster lit up the name, and none of us flinched, none of us swayed. Hear the signal split the night, one shared vow, one burning thread. Every channel locks in tight, every brave word raised instead. Tactical the smear black crown spinning his rocks through the halls of the feed. He poured out doubt to drag us down and fed on panic like it was need. But the editor sharpened every frame. The streamer raised his painted blade. The podcaster lit up the name, and none of us flinched, none of us swayed. Hear the signal split the night. One shared vow, one burning thread. Every channel locks in tight. Every brave word raised instead. Tactical Templar, lead us on. Tactical Templar, bring the dawn. We stand as one, we hold the line. 1,000 voices, one design. Tactical Templar, break the scheme. Tactical Templar, forge the dream. No broken gates, no dark decree. The Creator's march, and all are free. Raise the shields of truth and craft. Hold the torches high and true. We are more than mock and draft. We are the tide he cannot do. Stone cold morning, sky like iron, hearts like ash, chains on every doorway, shadows where the brave men crashed, blood red banners over fields of broken vows. Every whispered prayer feels lost inside the howling song. But in the garden, earth begins to shake. The darkest kingdom feels its perilous pride. Rise, lion of the empty tomb.
How are you doing this fine day? It is Friday. Brothers, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate your patience and your indulgence. Yes, we went a little bit long in the build-up for the stream. However, we are here and we are ready to have an amazing show. Guys, the quartering is done. He is cooked beyond belief. I know. There are some people that are going to be like, oh, the quartering again? Yes. The quartering is absolutely cooked beyond a reasonable doubt. And guys, it's going to be a very special show. I'm very excited to be with you here today. Guys, let me just say, first and foremost, the quartering exposing his coffee business. Beyond anything you could have imagined, but he lied. The quartering lied. So, I think what we need to do today is we need to go over and we need to examine this because it is crucially important. The quartering has been a content creator for many years. He has actively scammed people out of money. He has lied to them. That is, in my view, that is a completely unacceptable and completely atrocious thing to do. If you are a content creator, you have an obligation. You have a duty to at least be honest with your audience. If you're going to sell them something, at least be honest about what you're selling. The fact is, the quartering has gone on record, on stream, saying things about how expensive the K-Cup machine would be. And all the while, he was drop shipping it. Everything that the quartering has, it's all drop shipped. It's all drop shipped. And so we're going to be taking a look today. We're going to be seeing the quartering has been seething, okay? Also, we're going to be talking about the Asmongold N leaks, okay? Asmongold said the N-word, apparently in private DMs, and people are freaking out. But we're going to go over all that. We're going to talk about the details and how Mizkiv could be in trouble for doing that. You see, Mizkiv is in the middle of a lawsuit with Asmongold, and him doing this is extremely, extremely bad for Mizkiv. He is the architect of his own misfortune and destruction yet again. So, guys, we got a jam-packed show for all of you. I'm so glad you guys are here. We got current events to cover. We got a little bit of fun sprinkled in. But guys, happy Friday. It's a great day today. And I just want to start off with a God bless you. And what an unbelievable blessing. What an unbelievable blessing today is. So, we're going to start with the quartering segment, all right? We're going to start off with the quartering segment. But let me give you guys the basics. I'm sure most of you by now know how it works. Donations on my channel, I just like to cover it up front. Donations on my channel, they are greatly appreciated, but they're not required. And they're also not expected. So I know that may be a little bit confusing because DSP and the quartering and a lot of other content creators, they treat their audience like the audience is just holding their money for them. That basically you should give money to the content creator whenever they want. I just don't agree with that. If you want to support the channel, if you like what I do, then dropping a couple shekels into the support chest is great, and we appreciate it. Every bit of it, whether it's a penny or 10 cents or $1. And we put the support chest on the screen. This is just for YouTube, by the way. This doesn't include Kick. We got some very generous people over on Kick too. But it just goes to show you, like, I think people have lost sight of just how significant these contributions are. And so I look at it, $143. That's a ton of money. So I just want to say thank you. It's my way of giving back. Now, on YouTube, if you want to send in a donation, $5 and up, text-to-speech on screen. So that's how it works. If you send in a super chat, $5 and up, it will read on screen. But again, none of this is required. None of this is obligated. It's just simply if you want to join in on the conversation and contribute to the channel, that's the way to do it. So I want to say thank you guys. Thank you for your indulgence and your patience. I appreciate it. Now, we are going to go into the quartering segment first thing, because boy, oh boy, what a segment is this. Boy, oh boy, what a segment is this. Brothers, the quartering is currently going through a DEFCON 1 level meltdown. You see, the other day, the quartering accidentally leaked the details that people have been asking for relating to his coffee company. You see, you may not know about this, but the quartering has a coffee company called Coffee Brain Coffee. If you've ever watched any of his content, you know that, because a third of his streams, I know it's a little bit exaggeratory, but not that much, he goes on and on about his coffee stuff to the point where that is part of his brand and reputation at this point, is that he is the guy that endlessly shills for his coffee product. You know, egregiously so even Tim Pool doesn't do anything like this. Nobody does anything like this. The branding and the advertisements are a part of the show. That's how much he does that sort of stuff. But the quartering has been exposed. He exposed himself, and, unlike the usual cases of him exposing himself, this time it's not his ass crack. It's his business. Because the quartering has said that he is not a dropship company. Oh, hold on. There's an issue. There's a problem. I'm looking at it right now. Oh, come on. Really? What a way to start a Friday. It's okay. There's a little bit of an issue. Is the audio good, everyone? Is the audio good? You guys can hear everything good? This is Miss Kim cannot quote a sentence said. Let's see. I've forgotten more about trolling than they will ever learn. Oh, man. Yeah. Is the audio good? Let me know. Type 1 in the chat if the audio is good. If the audio is clear, let me know. I know there's a bit of a delay. Okay. It says yes. Okay. So the audio is good. All right. Okay. Audio is all clear. All good. Okay. So then that's... Thank you. All right. We're going to start that again. Okay. Apologies. We're going to start that again. Brothers, the quartering is currently having a nuclear meltdown because he accidentally exposed his entire coffee business on stream the other day while he should have been focusing on the Charlie Kirk trial, where you have a lot of this new information coming out that we're going to be talking about it on stream today. You are going to, basically be introduced to the fact that this guy, Tyler Romlinson, did it beyond any sort of reasonable doubt. They have him on high quality video, high def, shooting Charlie Kirk. So we're going to go over that. But for today's video, it's the quartering. One more time. We'll try that one more time. This is gonna be a trouble stream. I can just tell. But you know what? We persevere. We do it regardless. If I have to do it 1,000 times, we're gonna do it. If we have to do it 1,000 times, we're gonna get it right. So this is number 3. Brothers, it is DEFCON 1. The quartering is going through a nuclear level meltdown. His coffee business is under attack, but not from an outside external entity, but from himself. You see, the quartering was reacting to the Tyler Robinson trial, which has to do with the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Well, the quartering, while he was supposed to be paying attention to that, decided to leak the shipping labels that were headed to Amazon for his coffee company. And in the process, gave us all the answers that we've been waiting for. Luther Morgan, Kino Casino, Misty Mochi, so many other content creators have been asking, where does the coffee come from? They've been asking, what are the oranges for? But they've been asking, where does the coffee come from? And the quartering has never answered. And the reason the quartering has never answered is because he knows the moment that he verbalizes that it's a dropship operation, people, like we're going to do today, are going to go back and look and say, wait a minute, you said that you weren't dropship. In fact, the quartering has shit on other content creators for having quote unquote dropship coffee. So he's made fun of people for having white label coffee, for drop shipping it. The quartering doesn't drop ship. In fact, we're going to go over the transcript of a deleted quartering live stream where he said in the transcript that he bought a K-Cup coffee machine that cost as much as a Subaru. He says it cost as much as a car. That was a lie. He never bought it. And he admitted to that. So the quartering lied. He has been taking advantage and lying and manipulating to his audience. And the thing is, I don't understand why he just doesn't come forward and be honest. I don't know why he is so averse to telling the truth. He claims to be a Christian now. He goes, guys, I've come to the church. Well, part of being part of the church is understanding that truth is important. And being honest is important. But quartering, you're lying. You're living in a delusion. You are not capable of just being honest. And that's why so many people have a problem with you, because there is nothing redeemable there. You are constantly, doubling down on taking pills, medication, drinking, doing these egregious things, lying over and over, and people are just done with it. They're just done. And so, Jeremy, we're going to be taking a look at this. We're going to be going over this. And this is a result of your own poor decision making. So this is from the Kino Grove. It says, we hit Jericon 5. Now, I understand people think the bigger number means that it's more serious, but Jericon 5 would be like normal. Jericon 1, okay? We're at Jericon 1. That means we're under attack and we're going in defensive mode. That's what this is. It says, the quartering cracks at the mention of coffee, has a full crash out live and runs off stream. Mentions Camelcast and Yellow Flash. What did Camelcast and Yellow Flash do other than highlight the things that you did, Jeremy? Yellow Flash and Camelcast have done nothing other than elucidate the things that you've done. And in the case where Camelcast made a mistake, he took accountability and he apologized. So already, even in his worst moment, he's better than you at your best. So I don't know why you're blaming everyone for your own problems. Quartering, everything that is going wrong with you is a result of you. You say that your company is doing better than ever. We know it's not. You say that your channel is doing better than ever. We know it's not. People would have a lot more grace if you weren't constantly lying. Because you gotta win. Win at any cost. If you look weak, well then, that's it, you're done. You have a DSP mentality. You think you're the king, Jeremy, but you're not. You're the fool. He uses we and I when talking about the K-Cups and roasting factory. He does not own the K-Cup or roasting factory. Confirmed. He doesn't own the machine. He doesn't own the company. It is a drop ship white label product. Jer reads a Twitter post or Kiwi Farms post off screen. Clearly he has seen the coverage. He is still coping about monster sales, and getting into Walmart and World Market. Paperwork is still wrong. Another month or two. All his sale items are no longer being produced by Java Taza. Really? They ended their custom coffee program. He now has no employees or one full-time employee / many contractors, contrasting the big operation he talked about in his vlog. Like, Jeremy, I don't know what you're doing. You've been exposed by yourself. Showing the security footage in good faith. I don't care. Make your content. You do care. He no longer advertises the 9 a.m. news show. You know, we pulled the Hambly and relied heavily on AI. It should be Jericon 1. Already, the Kino Grove is showing more integrity and more honesty than you by admitting that they made a mistake.
Right.
Now, we're going in. We're going to watch this video. Guys, this is so embarrassing from Jeremy. All he would have had to do was apologize to the Kino Casino and just be honest about his coffee company.
So hopefully they'll be able to connect all these dots and lock some of these losers up. Ilion probably isn't feeling too great right now. Clock says, too high of an ROI on my $1 rant yesterday to say Mel's favorite words, sell me some coffee. Well, you get some coffee at buycbc.com. Takes you directly to our Amazon store. Just sent about 4,000 new pounds of coffee over the last week. We've been absolutely crushing it. Cold Friday, this is definitely a customer. I've been a loyal customer for years, but I've seen some evidence online that you don't roast your own coffee.
Jeremy, why are you talking like that? Jeremy, you know what? I was going to save this. I was going to save this, but you know what? We're going to jump ahead. I got a video for you. Okay? I've got a video to show you. So the idea that Jeremy is acting incredulous. Guys, how could you possibly care about this? Jeremy, you have said on multiple different occasions, and shout out to the Jerilizer. Let's take a look. Oh, I thought there was an issue with the video. No, that's just dead air. That's dead air, Jer. I thought there was an issue with the audio. No, that's just dead air. I'm going, oh man, do I have all the audio correct? Is everything working? Yes, but he's not talking.
By the way, I want to point out, I do have a coffee company that isn't one of these whack dropship coffee companies out there.
Oh! One of these whack dropship companies. You do have a dropship company. You do. You're disparaging other people and other companies when you're doing the exact same thing. You don't own the factory. You are not the owner of the factory that sources the beans, that roasts the beans, that grinds the beans, that packages it. You are a white labeled drop ship product, Jeremy. But it gets worse. There are so many different clips of him saying stuff like this.
We've got K-Cups available. We've got...
Yeah, we got everything available, guys. Yeah, not from him. But here's the really interesting one. Here's the interesting one. Here is the quartering talking about buying a K-Cup machine and how much it costs.
Our most popular. Of course, we'll have more down the road. Of course, we'll get better pricing down the road. Buying K-Cup machine. We'll have dozens of blends in K-Cups by this time next year. This is the initial. Buying K-Cup machine, it's like the cost of a Subaru. So getting that ready to go and getting all the freshness and stuff done has been a bit of a logistical thing, but we got it handled. And
so the quartering was begging for money to buy a K-Cup machine. He's saying it's really expensive, but we got it handled. You understand why people care, Jeremy? Do you get it? You lied. You lied. It's just, it's unbelievable. Oh, and by the way, the quartering, in this transcript here, which from this now deleted video, he deleted this. Says, I bought my own K-Cup machine. It costs more than a car. So the quartering on, that is September 25th, 2022, the quartering, about 2 hours and 8 minutes and 55 seconds into that stream, admitted that he bought his own K-Cup machine and it cost more than a car. That was a lie. That was a lie. That's absolutely egregious. He lied to his audience. He tried to beg them for money, tried to nickel and dime them, and then wants to pretend like it doesn't matter. What do you even care? Because you're scamming people. You did that. You didn't take accountability. You didn't, what does the Bible say about people who lie and steal? Jeremy, do you even know the 10 Commandments? I would be very curious if you could recite the 10 Commandments. Unreal.
And it's most likely white label. You people live in a very...
You did! Because you said it wasn't, and then it was. You lied. Jeremy, you lied. So, it doesn't matter. You stole money. You stole money from people under a false impression. You allowed them to believe that they were backing this, independent, upstart, just this up and coming show. An up and coming show. What, like, you were going to take the coffee world by storm. You were going to be the little guy. But no. The only thing that you're doing is basically giving money to another bigger company. You are not a mom and pop shop. So you have lied, you have scammed people out of money. Do you really not understand why they're upset? Why they're irritated? Why they're mad? Do you really not get it? I think you do, but you're playing dumb. I mean, you are dumb, but you're playing even dumber because nobody's that stupid that you couldn't understand why people would have an issue.
Weird alternate quartering extended universe where I don't know how to help you. Like, you are, if you believe that, then you are retarded. Okay. White label coffee is coffee that is pre-roasted and someone just puts their name on it. That's what basically like Tim sells, right? It's just a big coffee.
So he's still doing it. Oh, well, that's what Tim does. Hey, Coring, Tim Pool opened his own IRL coffee shop. Where's your IRL coffee shop? This is unbelievable. He refuses to take any accountability, admit he was wrong. Jeremy, we've seen the labels. We've seen it. You are not the owner of your own coffee factory.
Coffee place, put your label on. Now you can still pick your blends and stuff like that with that kind of thing, right?
Yeah, that's what you do.
You show me anybody who's white labeling their coffee and selling it on Amazon and being able to eat their 30% take.
Oh my gosh. Like, is that really your argument? That you get to sell it on Amazon? Jeremy, oh my gosh. This is so embarrassing. This is such cope. Jeremy, you say that you make like $1 a bag. You say you make like $1 a bag. So, no. Oh, gosh.
Go ahead. Find me one of them. It is a wild, like these people have been harassing my partners, my business partners. They've been showing up at our facilities. I mean, like they want to get sued. It's just not worth it. There's no there.
They want to get sued.
He was carving, showing an accidental Scream Lab, some label, someone addressed on his white label coffee cake cup maker. Yeah, no.
Someone? You did. You showed the label. Oh my gosh. This guy is a pathological liar. He is a genuinely pathological liar. Jeremy, you got exposed. You exposed yourself, actually. Sued. Jeremy, you are not being upfront and transparent about your business that deals in food service. You are in the food service industry, Jeremy. You are required by law to disclose where the beans are coming from. You are required by law to do these things, and you're not doing them. You think that you're above the law. You think that you have a special exemption and exception. I don't understand why, but you do. You think that you're special. You think that everyone has to pay the king tax. Jeremy, people are looking into this because you're so secretive. You don't ever tell the truth, and then you get exposed, and it reveals that you're a liar, and then you crash out.
The hilarious thing is, like, these people are so pathetic. They also have no idea how business works.
Oh, really? So business is working as you lie to your customers. You don't tell them anything. You completely, isolate your actual operation from the, presentation to the public. Yeah, he bears false beanage.
Okay. We roast our own stuff.
No, not we. You don't. You are a white labeled product.
Each flavor is personally dialed in by me.
Oh my gosh. He just got done saying that white label products, that you can have custom flavors. He just got done saying that. But now he wants to say we. Jeremy, there is no we. You don't roast your own beans. You don't source your own beans. You are not the owner of a coffee company. Do you think that Starbucks runs their coffee company like that, where they have another company doing most of the work and they just put the Starbucks name on it? No, they source their own beans. They have their own blends. Like, you are not a coffee company. You are a white label product. You are basically Pokimane with her Minna cookies. Mina, whatever they're called. That's what you are. You are selling a white label product at a premium price.
Find someone else selling my blueberry cobbler. Go ahead. Go ahead. Find someone else selling out my hot butter rum.
Oh, okay. All right, sure. Let's go to Amazon. Let's see. Let's see if we can find blueberry cobbler coffee. Okay, we got New England coffee. So let me see this real quick. Let me open in a new tab. Okay, we got small company, big coffee.
Playing psychiatrist now. Jeremy has lied so much of his life he has pseudologia fantastica. He suffers from true pathological lying as a disease.
Yeah. Oh, but I appreciate the donation, Jeremy. Here is New England coffee. It's small company, big coffee. Established 1916. Oh, it's blueberry cobbler, Jeremy. Let's see if there's any more blueberry cobbler. By the way, Reno MD, thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate your contribution. I appreciate your support. It means more than you can know. We got Brooklyn Bean Roaster Blueberry Cobbler. Oh, look at that. We've got Roast Ridge. Guys, on Amazon, Roast Ridge. You can buy 100 K-Cup pods for $45. Oh, there's Coffee Brand Coffee. Oh, here's Crazy Cups. Ground blueberry coffee. This is blueberry cobbler coffee. And guess what, Jeremy? Guess what? The coffee here, yours is $19.99. This coffee is $11.46. Wow. So it's cheaper. Bolton's Best. Bolton's Best. Blueberry cobbler flavored coffee. Let's see. You got how many K cups come with this one? 42. And that's $23. $23. So, there's another one, Jeremy. Here's more flavors. We got coffee beanery, blueberry cobbler pods. That's $15, still cheaper than yours. We've got crazy cup. That's another size. We got double donut. We got blueberry pie for $15. Let's see. Coffee Brand Coffee, blueberry cobbler. Yours is $18. So, Jeremy, there's a Roast Ridge. There's a Roast Ridge blueberry cobbler.
I just survived messing with live service wires. Here's a cut for being on the earbuds TT. If I didn't make it, I would have at least gone out knowing I'm not the quartering. $1,000 day, brutal but profitable. All glory to God.
Thank you so much, brother. I'm glad that you're okay. God's obviously looking out for you, brother. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it more than you could possibly know. Your generosity is greatly appreciated. That's a huge contribution. And I'm glad that you're safe. I'm glad that you're doing well. And yes, if you would have passed, we would have been very sad. But you would have gone out better than the quartering. Gone out knowing that you're not the quartering. It's true, brother. Thank you so much for your contribution, and we're glad to be able to entertain you. I'm going through these coffees, and it's just it's so obvious. It's so obvious that the quartering, your prices, like everything, there are other companies, there are other people doing this. There are other people. Like, you're not the only one. And so for you to sit there and say, go on, you go find another company that does blueberry cobbler. The quartering his coffee for 12 K-Cups is $19. So I want to show you this one more time, okay? So look at this. Roast Rich Blueberry Cobbler, 60 K-Cups is $26. So $27, okay? $27 for 60 K-Cups. The quartering is $19 for 12 K-Cups. Now, I don't know about you, but this one over here is a better deal. That's 45 cents a K-Cup for the other brand. It's $1.58 for the quarterings. So, my point is, Jeremy just lied again. He just lied again. And Full Metal Joker says, oh God, no, not the quartering. Yes, we're talking about the quartering. And we are. Because the quartering has stepped into it yet again.
I challenge you to, okay? I know that your A-logs are watching. The way the business works is that we roast the coffee, and then we bag the coffee, and we send it to Amazon. When we make K-Cups,
You say we. No, they. They do it under a white label product.
roast the K-Cup coffee, and then we get it put into K-Cups because K-Cup machines are very, very expensive. We looked at buying one. We were really close to buying one, but there was like, I didn't know you needed to buy like some food grade air compressor that was really expensive. And so it made more sense to just pay somebody with a K-Cup machine to put my coffee in it.
So you lied! You lied! Jeremy lied! Jeremy, I bought my own K-Cup machine. It costs more than a car. This is September 25th, 2022. You said on this stream, and this is transcripted, you deleted the video, but the transcript already was documented. It says, I bought my own K-Cup machine. It costs more than a car. You said that you bought the machine, Jeremy. So you're speaking with this baby voice. You don't understand. You lied. All you do is lie. You are a serial pathological liar. You are so narcissistic. You think that you should not be held accountable for anything that you do. You are one of the most spoiled and insufferable, petulant man-children I've ever seen. And I watch videos from Hassan.
That's the conspiracy.
It's not a conspiracy.
That's the grand conspiracy. I roast the coffee.
No, you don't.
I send the coffee 900 pounds at a time.
900 pounds at a time. Jeremy, we saw the labels. You do not send it 900 pounds at a time. The label was for 14 pounds.
To somebody who puts it in a K-Cup for me.
Oh my gosh. So you're saying that you ship your coffee to a K-Cup maker and they make you the custom K-Cups, even though we know that that's not true, that you don't ship your coffee off to them? Oh my gosh. And by the way, if the quartering were actually being honest here, he would have gone through and he would have shown the truth of this a long time ago. But the fact is, he never has, he never will, because he's lying. He's full of shit. He knows, he already admitted that he lied about owning the K-Cup machine. He lied about it. He said that he bought it, it cost as much as a car. That was a lie. He has a drop ship mentality. That is what he's dealing with here. But this is pretty egregious.
That's the gotcha that these retards think is some sort of gotcha.
Oh my gosh.
That's it. That's the there.
So lacking in.
I don't know why they've so fixated on the coffee thing, but like it's probably because it's successful.
Lying. You're lying.
But yeah,
successful.
by the way, you can go to buycbc.com right now and pick up some coffee if you want to support us. It's like they'd be like, oh, you buy your bags from another company. You don't make your own bags? That's crazy.
No, you don't. Not only do you not make your own bags, you make your own bags. Yeah. Boy, that's a slip. Not only do you not make your own bags, you don't make your own coffee. Jeremy, you don't source your own coffee. You don't grind your own coffee. You don't flavor your own coffee. You have a white label product. Are you really this retarded? Like, I'm starting to doubt myself a little bit. But I shouldn't. It's just, he's so confidently wrong. It's sort of like, I wonder if this is just how he grew up, that if he just doubled down always, then people would start to question themselves. But Jeremy, no, you're a liar. You're a fraud.
You don't make your own bags? Exposed.
Yeah, you don't make your own coffee? Exposed. You don't have your own K-cup machine, like you said? Exposed. You are a white label product.
Wait, you don't have a full-blown coffee roasting facility in your garage? Exposed.
Yeah, you are exposed because you said that you were. You said that you were building to that. You said that you were developing that, and you didn't. You didn't do any of it. And you didn't tell your audience. You tried to grip them out of money. So yes, continue to melt down, but you're a serial liar.
Of course somebody puts my coffee in a K-cup. I'm an ultra small business. This like coffee conspiracy is so weird. All it does is drive.
Can't let you brew that stuff, Lux. That's a great line. Thank you, chat. But, Jeremy, you told people something that wasn't true. You lied to them. You took money from people under a false pretense. You scammed them. And we're not talking hundreds of dollars. We're talking thousands of dollars. Thousands and thousands and thousands. You are the coffee equivalent of bricks and minifigs. That's what you are, Jeremy. That's why people care, because you are yet another content creator that is so arrogant and so dishonest you can't tell the truth. Coffee Brand Coffee is a label, but it's not a business. What I mean by that is Starbucks is a business and it's a label. You white label your product and then send it to Amazon. That is the primary source of your business. That's why you have to buy it on Amazon and do all this other stuff. I imagine, Jeremy, one of the reasons why you had to buy your own coffee on Amazon is because you don't have any in your garage or anywhere around you. I think you set this up to be a white label product, to be a money maker for you, where you don't have to do anything, you don't have to touch anything. You just pay for it and it sort of makes its own money. But the problem is that it's a failed business idea because it's something that people have done before. You've never been able to make it work. You're more expensive than everyone else on the market. And the only thing that you have is lying to save face.
Drive sales, by the way. We had our biggest month in like forever last month. We're killing it. So keep talking about it. Keep thinking you owe, like, there is nothing. These people called the FDA on me. The FDA showed up and laughed at them. Laughed.
No,
they have no power.
No, they do. First of all, they have power over you because you're melting down. But more to the point, the FDA didn't laugh at them. You don't have where the beans are sourced. You don't have any of the ingredients on your labeling. You don't. Yeah, Jeremy, the FDA laughed at them. Jeremy, people are going to dismantle this. This cope crash out. It's not going to end well for you. There are going to be people that come after that do deep dives into what you're saying here, and it's going to be exposed. And it's already happening. And instead of just being honest, you are continuing to make a bad problem for yourself even worse.
They think they live in this weird alternate universe where they're exposing something.
Yeah, you.
But that's the exposed that's going around yesterday, by the way. That's the big exposed. Is that?
Yeah, that you leaked your company's shipping labels. You leaked your company shipping labels. You showed the poundage, and you showed where it was going, and you showed where the roaster was. Now, these are things that people have been wondering about that you have been tight-lipped with. The FDA didn't show up. Java Taza, they probably deal with the FDA. But your company, Coffee Brand Coffee, doesn't have the right information. You just chose to ignore that because you sell flavored coffee.
I pay somebody to put the coffee we roast in a K-cup. Got me? I guess got me? Yeah, you don't grow the Kona beans in your bathtub exposed. I mean, that's the level of logic that these retards have.
Nobody wrote that.
Camelot and all these other people.
No, nobody wrote that. He just made that up. I doubt somebody in chat would be that fucking retarded.
It's really pathetic. And all it's done is drive sales. Because every time they come in the chat and they think they got me, I get to go on.
Oh my gosh. His viewership is the lowest it's ever been. Every time he goes live, he gets ratioed. More downvotes than upvotes. His reputation is mud. Nobody wants to collab with him. This is literally the Hassan Piker Cope. This is the Hassan Piker Cope. Guys, I'm more mainstream than I've ever been. Everything is good. Everything is fine. There's nothing to see here. Jeremy, oh my gosh. This is embarrassing. You are a pathological liar. If what you're saying is true, and you had your own facility, you would have shown it off. You're showing off every other bit of your life, but not your coffee company. You're showing what your garage looks like. You're going through with this vlog channel. You're showing all this extra stuff, but you're not going to show your coffee facility. You're not going to show your K-Cup facility. No, because it's a white label product. Jeremy, you are a serial and compulsive liar. And that is crazy. That you are a person with such low regard for your audience. You genuinely don't care. You do not care. You don't care that people know that you're a liar. You're just going to double down. That's genuinely crazy. No regard for the truth. Just a complete disregard for any ethics. And you want me to believe that you're going to church and, guys, I'm becoming a Christian? No. Let me just say, I have never been more confident that you're not a Christian. No, you're doing the grift. You're trying to do what Jordan Peterson did, which is to basically ride the Christian coattails. But there's nothing true or genuine in what you do. You lie, you misrepresent, you exaggerate, you distort. You do not reflect any genuine Christian values. None.
On a rant like this and tell people, hey, go to buycbc.com right now and buy some coffee. There you go. Koon Diggy says, I just bought some coffee. Thank you.
Oh, but that's not a troll. Right. So I don't know. I said, I just bought some coffee. Yeah.
By the way, I want to give a huge shout out to Rumble Wallet right now too. We hear a lot about crypto, actually, that we basically sold out of almost everything, but almost everything's back in stock now or getting checked in right now. So whole bean, ground, K-Cups. By the way, for fall, we're making our Spike Jack Lantern in K-Cup for the first time ever, our Apple Strudel in K-Cup for the first time ever, and our Maple Cream in K-Cup for the first time ever, and doing a sampler pack. Don't see a lot of drop shipping. Don't see a lot of drop shippers doing that. Yeah, I discovered all your flavor coffees must be done in a French press to truly appreciate the flavors. That's true. Or pour over, or like I use a Mocha Master, which is kind of like a automatic pour over. The biggest hurdle with flavored coffee to my customers is not that they don't like the flavor. It's that they expect it to taste like you put like those flavored creamers in there.
So your flavored coffee doesn't taste good. essentially. It doesn't taste like what it's being advertised as.
I bet if video facilities would get some views. I already did that. I've already
No, you didn't.
done that.
You did not. Jeremy, there is no video of you going to a coffee facility yourself with coffee brand coffee people. No, you did not. That is a lie. That is another lie. You don't have a facility. There is no coffee brand coffee facility. Other people have looked it up. There is no facility. You're lying. Again. Why? Why are you lying again? Oh my gosh, this is so infuriating. He's not telling the truth. He could dispel all of this, by the way. If we're all wrong, you know what? If the Corin comes out and he does a video, all right, guys, I'm in my coffee facility and we're here and, oh, this is where I, check in the beans. No, Corin, you don't. You don't do any of that. You don't do any of the work or the logistics. You simply pay the bill, you swipe your credit card. It is a white label product.
He's kind of me, though. I've bought this up for him and the Jerry hate a few times. He's kind of me in answers to give him that, but he won't take my suggestions and be in good faith. I mean, there's nothing there. Coffee sales just continue to go up. The bags aren't edible. Well, I mean, anything's edible if you're dedicated enough. I wouldn't recommend eating the bag. But yeah, when people buy some of the flavored coffees, like blueberry's really, really strong, strawberry's really, really strong, butterscotch toffee's really, really strong. But some of the more subtle flavors, like say maybe blackberry cream or apple strudel, it's a note. And if you put like an unflavored heavy cream in there, it really brings out the flavor. But it's a note. It's not like it shouldn't taste like the Coffee Mate sugar that you put in there.
Oh my gosh. So it's a no, meaning it doesn't taste much like it.
That's kind of that.
That's what it means.
But yeah. So anyway, if you make it in your bathtub, you could have ass flavored. Yeah. True.
Oh,
that's the one thing I was thinking. I just had a couple of teaspoons of sugar, a little half and half, and you're off to the races. Yeah. That really brings the flavor out. But these are notes. It's not like people put like, so sometimes I'll get like a bad review and they'll be like, this barely tasted like butterscotch. It's like,
yeah. You got a bad review because your coffee, which is more expensive. Yeah, your coffee, which is more expensive, doesn't taste as good as some of the other ones. So you get a bad review. Whoa, but it wasn't supposed to taste like the thing that it said it was going to taste like.
I know exactly what that person had in their mind, is that they used butterscotch creamer and they thought this would taste the same, but it's not. It's like, yeah, it's actual coffee, not a sugar delivery system. Right. See, anytime I get like a bad review, I reply to them and I say like, hey, the flavors are notes if you add some cream. And they almost always come back and they're like, yeah, oh yeah, okay, that really brought out the flavor.
Yeah, I'm sure. We got Baked Buddhist with a $2 donation. Schrodinger's Coffee Factory. That's right. The Quartering, by the way, has never revealed his coffee factory, where his beans are sourced from, where his grounding facility is located. He's never revealed any of that. That's why people have had to do their due diligence, because this guy just won't tell the truth. Now, your customers and the public, they deserve to know. If you were going to be a public business, you have to tell the truth. But he doesn't want to because he thinks that'll be a win for the chuds.
So, yeah. Anyway, another week, another monster week in sales. Thanks to all the haters. Keep being mad. I can't wait for the videos that are like, Jeremy's crashing out. He's crashing out. No, I think it's great. What they don't understand is every time they do this, I just sell a shitload more coffee.
No, you don't. You're not fooling anyone.
Funny thing is, the blueberry tastes better without sugar. Our blueberry is the best on the market, period. Our blueberry and our gingerbread are our top sellers because we really got that dialed in good.
Mm-hmm.
It's people nowadays that really just expect drinking Dunkin' Donuts style coffee, not realizing that it's normal. Yes, exactly. So it's not even their fault. It's not even their fault. Like, it's just that they had a different expectation in their mind. And that it's really mostly about educating people.
Yeah, you're going to educate people, right, Jeremy?
It's about the notes.
Right.
All right.
About the notes. Yeah, the notes, Jeremy. The notes that you took where you didn't tell the truth. We got from pillar to post with a $2 donation. It's probably not 100% coffee, probably 70% acorns. 70% sawdust coffee. It's 70% sawdust. I like my dark pine coffee. Yeah. Yeah, right. Oh, man. It's unbelievable to me that he's continuing to double down even though he was exposed. Just absolutely no duty of care over the things that he says. He's got no remorse for lying to people. He just doubles, triples down. It's genuinely crazy. This guy has absolutely no standards. No, Jeremy, you revealed the truth, not only about the size and weight of the packages you're sending to Amazon, but also you revealed the fact that your coffee company isn't something local that you travel to. You have a white label product. That's it. You know it. I know it. Now everyone knows it. But you're still lying. Because I can't let the haters win. Jeremy, they've already won. They won the moment that you were caught lying.
So with that, I'm going to get outside and mow the lawn. Check out buycbc.com today. And by the way, if it says like July 16th or something like that, it'll probably be there a little faster than the dates they're showing because they're checking stuff in. You know, like bourbon, I know they're checking in today. So consider it a pre-order and it'll ship as soon as they get it in. But I've sent everything there now. Tiger's Blood is going by the wayside. I'm probably going to put that on sale next week and be done with Tiger's Blood and bring in a new flavor, which was suggested by you guys, pecan flavor. I'm going to try a new flavor, pecan.
Pecan.
Should start a live stream to own the haters. Going to buy some blueberry coffee. The blueberry, the butterscotch, and the bourbon are like the safest bets. Arcona is limited time. That's amazing. People love that. That's expensive. You should sell it as watermelon felon. No. No politics in the brand. The next big thing is once I get enough money is redesigning these 5-pound bags. I don't care for them. They're very ugly. But people buy 5 pounds because they save $15. They're hard to keep in stock because so many people buy the 5-pounders, but I want them to look a little better.
Right.
That's
so many people are buying these. Let's go and let's take a look, okay? Let's go take a look. We're going to go back to Amazon. We're going to go look up Coffee Brain Coffee. We're going to go take a look and we're going to see how many reviews does Coffee Brain Coffee have on the 5-pound bags? Or bags, as he says. Oh, okay. Let's see. How many of these is he selling? Okay. So you've got 2 reviews, 4 reviews, 1 review, 3, 2, 0, 0, 0. I mean, obviously his bestseller. Obviously his bestseller. All right, to be fair, there's one down here. Says 4, 0, 2, and 3. Okay? They're our bestseller, guys. We're doing amazing. We're doing incredible. Yeah, the 5-pound bags. The number 1 coffee has 4 reviews. That's the big one. 4 reviews. So, Jeremy, you're not fooling anyone. All it takes to realize how full of shit you are is simply to look. It's just simply to look. No, I have a very strong feeling. The quartering just makes this shit up. Like, you have barely any reviews. And you're going to act like, oh, it's our bestseller. Get out of here. I'm done with this guy's bullshit. It's unbelievable. It really is insane. Jeremy, $85 for 5 pounds of coffee? $85?
We still have
Actually, that's a good question. If I were to go, let's see, we were to go and we were to look, we were to go 5 pounds of coffee. Okay, we got a fresh roast dark Brazil whole bean for $50. We got a 4-pound bag for $30. We got a 5-pound Italian roast for $54. We got Black Rifle coffee 5-pound bag, $63. So it's anywhere from 46 cents to 80 cents. Now, how much was the quarterings per ounce? $1.06 per ounce. So you are the most expensive, which is probably why you don't sell any. How are you $23 more than Black Rifle coffee? Jeremy, you are $23 more than Black Rifle coffee. That is insane. Yeah, there's just there is zero justification for your coffee company to exist, and that's probably why it's doing so poorly.
we'll have the old bag design for our maple cream. I finally ordered new maple cream bags, so it won't look like the fall roast selection. It'll look like actual maple cream like the rest of our bags. But yeah. Factory tour could be a good idea for the vlog channel, but I already did a factory tour. And the problem is when I do factory tours and stuff like that, people harass my employees and my contractors. Like I had people going through the garbage, dudes. I had people showing up and harassing staff because of these retards. Going through our garbage. I'm not kidding. Caught on camera. What are these like? I mean, this is what Camelcast and all these other idiots want. It does nothing. People are just confused. They thought you owned a full coffee factory rather than using a partner facility. No, they weren't confused. They weren't. They just make up an alternate reality. That's the thing. Not to be a dick to you, but that's not the truth. The truth is these people aren't interested in the truth. And my business runs no different than any other business on the planet. But for some reason, they just invent this like weird alternate reality where they're onto something because either they don't like my opinions or they think it could get good clicks. Look, to be honest, putting the quartering in the title, the quartering exposed, it gets good views. But there's nothing to see there. Like there's nothing there. You know, mild annoyance, had to deal with some paperwork with the FDA and the whatever. That's it. Everybody's good. Everything's good. Sales continue to crush it. We're going to be available at Walmart soon, although that's really slowed down. I had to like update some paperwork with the states and stuff like that because I ended up I bought out my partners. And so I have to update all the addresses with the state before Walmart, everything has to match before Walmart will approve my application. So that could take another month or two at this rate. Plus Walmart's really slow. But once you're in, baby. A few people understand what is really involved in owning and operating a business, especially a supply business. Yes, correct. Candace coffee with a box of that's wine flavored. No. I don't want to do anything like that. I want normies to enjoy my coffee. You're never going to earn back our respect unless you actually ruin these. I don't care about these people. People that say like, you need to do this or that for me to respect you, or you need to do this or that. Like, first of all, you're not in good faith. And I don't really care if you don't respect, like I don't care. There's a reason I don't address any of this stuff on live, on like in a VOD on my channel, because I don't care and my viewers don't care. The whole thing is like a total alternate universe where there are people that are obsessed with it, and I'm happy for them. I hope they're making lots of money, but like, I don't care about that stuff. The same people said his channel's dead. I had my biggest month in a year last month. Like I still get people on X. Oh, your channel's dead. Your channel's dead. Your channel's dead. Oh, your career's over. I had my biggest month in over a year last month, and it wasn't even close. Like, it's just this like, how can you argue or reason with these people? They can just go look on Social Blade, which is free, and see that. I mean, like, it's just such a weird, like that moron Yellow Flash. His career's over. Had the biggest month ever last month. Well, in a year. It's just, I don't care. You mean you won't listen to people who have no hand in creating your successful business? Yeah, right. Or have ever run a business themselves. He sells ice cream, but he doesn't milk the cow. Oh, I was joking. Oh, okay. I got you, Pasta. I got you. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, everybody just wants you to get involved in that stuff, but it's pointless. This whole section will get clipped. And
Jeremy, the reason this segment is going to get clipped is because you say, well, you expect every coffee maker to milk their own cows. Well, first of all, a lot of them do, but also if the ice cream maker, Jeremy, by the way, Jeremy, you milk the bowl, okay? But an ice cream maker, if they say, guys, I need your support. We need $80,000 to buy a farm so that we can milk our own cows, so that we can have the freshest cows. And they go, guys, we need your support. We need your money. We need this. This is going to really make the quality go up. And then you find out years later that they didn't buy the farm. They took the money from the viewers, from the audience, from the customers. They took the money. They didn't follow through on their promise. And they have led people to believe that they had done that. Jeremy, you'd be doing a video on that. If Ben and Jerry did this, you would 100% be on their ass. You would be doing an entire video series on Ben and Jerry, the woke company, lying to their audience. If they didn't put the nutritional information or the ingredients, or if they did something that you do, you would be roasting their ass. Like the coffee that you don't roast yourself. You do not run a coffee company. You run a white labeled dropship company, which is fine. That in and of itself, Jeremy, is fine. Nobody begrudges you starting a coffee company. Now, for you, it's a stupid idea, but you can do what you want. Tim Pool did it. You and Tim Pool are the same. You see, you say that Tim Pool is dropship, but Tim has his own custom coffee. If you go to Cask Brew, Jeremy, he's got his rooster coffee and the low acidity coffee. They white label his product and they do it just for him. You are exactly the same as Tim Pool. This is the only time anyone's ever going to say that. Your company and his company run the same way. The only difference is you have to rely more on your coffee company because, well, your other business is failing. Your other business is failing. And by the way, you're not fooling anyone. You're not fooling anyone. There's a website that shows your analytics, Jeremy, and breaks it down. Breaks it down in the extreme. We got Toolgen. I haven't been following this. Jeremy has never been in alignment with conservatives, so I stopped following him, I don't know, over a year ago, and none of the drama headlines seemed interesting and important. Well, yeah, I do think it is important, because the quartering has been scamming his audience for years, not just with the coffee, but also with Kamikoto knives, established titles. This is a guy that would sell his audience anything, and he has no duty of care. He's a compulsive liar. He has no integrity. He has no honor. He will sell them anything, no matter how egregious, no matter how garbage. I think that's why people care. Because not only is he a repulsive and irredeemable character that goes out of his way to just ignore his faults, take no accountability, blame other people, but also at the same time, he's doing something like objectively wrong. And he knows what he's doing is wrong. So,
and people will farm it and be like, see, this proves it, or this, that, or whatever. I don't care. Go ahead, make your content. It's cool. I'll just keep selling coffee, growing my business. Hopefully we'll get in world markets soon. It's awesome. I own and operate an IT infrastructure business and use contractors for everything I don't do myself, specifically the legal paperwork and extra costs for standing employees. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Well, everybody that works for me is a contractor. Everybody. The only full-time employee that I had like on the books was Maggie because she needed insurance. No, you're all right, Swampy. By the way, people think just because I talk about something like I'm worked up about it. I'm not. Literally, I'm gonna go outside after this and mow the lawn. Like I don't care. I'm totally open to talk about whatever. It doesn't. People call it oversharing or whatever, and they like think that being honest with people is some sort of own or a weakness or something like that. But I don't care. Like I don't care if people call me fat online. I don't care if people make fun of me that I hurt my knee. I don't care. That shit does not matter. They think it does. And they'll say that just mentioning it means they're getting to me. I don't care. I never think about these people. Can you cut my lawn too? No, dude, it's like hot as balls outside. I'm not interested in cutting mine. Try not to see the thing about it last 5 minutes annoying stuff. Yeah, it's fine. If they have their audience, I wish them all the best. I wish them all the best. I hope they make lots of money streaming. It's fine. It doesn't matter to me. All right, guys. I'm going to get out and mow my lawn and probably start working on Tuesday's vlog. If you haven't subscribed to the vlog channel, make sure you do so. It's only on YouTube right now, but I have to get over to Rumble too. Nice line. I wish my lawn was liberal so it would cut itself. Shout out Stabbing Steve. Good one. It is oversharing. The rules on what is considered employees versus independent contractors expose you to liability. No, it doesn't. You guys live in, what are you talking about?
Corey lives in such a dream world. It would be nice one day for him to face accountability for all the shit that he's done. By the way, Jeremy, no, you don't actually wish the best for them. Because if you did, if it really didn't bother you, you wouldn't have basically drunken yourself into a stupor and gone on all of those rants. Like, did you forget that the quartering, Jeremy, your account, went absolutely crazy? That you went wild and you DM'd Josh Moon of all people, and you threatened Josh Moon and threatened the Kino Casino and got other channels flagged down, and oh my gosh. Jeremy, you take your pills, you flag the channel, and I'm like, it's bad. It's bad. In addition to all the other lying and stuff that you do. So I think this guy is, I think he's a lost cause. I think he's so broken and so ridiculous. He refuses to tell the truth. He refuses to tell the truth. So anyway, yeah, that's going to be it for that segment. I'm going to do a shorter form video on it real quick. I didn't want to do like a full hour upload to YouTube, so we're going to do a shorter form video. I'm going to condense that, and then we're going to move on to the next topic. Brothers, it is DEFCON 1 for the quartering. The other day when he was reacting to the Tyler Robinson trial, where we're learning more and more about the assassination of Charlie Kirk, the quartering decided, for whatever reason, to start doing other things, and he leaked on his very stream the shipping labels. The shipping labels for Coffee Brand Coffee. So immediately on stream, all of the, haters, detractors, critics, the super sleuths, the investigators, they got to see where coffee brand coffee is actually from. See, because the Quartering refused to tell people. It was one of the most closely guarded secrets on the internet. Well, now people know, and they've been able to, do what they do. They've been able to deduce and backtrack and find where the beans are sourced from, or rather the facility, where it's from, where the beans are ground, where it's shipped from, and who the coffee company is, affiliated with. So it's been a very, very interesting development. The Quartering has been seething about that because it's a huge mistake. Now, the Quartering should have just admitted this, but he has been trying to, quote unquote, own the chuds, and he thinks that by not telling people that that's a win. So we're going to be taking a look. The Quartering has been caught. And by the way, I just want to point something out. I want to point one thing out. The Quartering, many, many moons ago, this is back in 2022, the Quartering admitted on stream, and this is a transcript of a stream, it's not just a video, an entire stream that the Quartering deleted, and now we know why he deleted it, because the Quartering said, I bought my own K-Cup machine, it cost more than my car, okay? So the Quartering was raising money because he wanted to buy a K-Cup machine, and he tried to, guilt trip and extort his audience in order to get that, and then he came out and said that he bought it. Well, turns out, no, he didn't buy it. He didn't buy it. So where's the money, Jer? Where is the money that you got from your audience to get the K-Cup machine? Where did it go?
Hot butter rum. Go ahead. Find someone else selling out my hot butter rum. I challenge you to. Okay? I know that you A-logs are watching. The way the business works is that we roast the coffee, and then we bag the coffee, and we send it to Amazon. When we make K-Cups...
That would be a white label dropship coffee operation, yes.
We roast the K-Cup coffee, and then we get it put into K-Cups, because K-Cup machines are very, very expensive. We looked at buying one. We were really close to buying one, but there was I didn't know you needed to buy some food grade air compressor that was really expensive. And so it made more sense to just pay somebody with a K-Cup machine,
right,
to put my coffee in it.
Yeah. So he just admitted that he lied. He doesn't have a K-Cup machine. He doesn't have it. So what happens is the company that actually does the fulfillment and sources the beans, grinds the beans, does the flavors, they send the coffee to the K-Cup maker, and then they ship that to Amazon. So basically, the Quartering doesn't have a factory. It doesn't have a facility. It is a white label product. The Quartering at no point is going to the facility because we found out that the place is in Pennsylvania and the Quartering is in Minnesota. So the entire thing here is the Quartering trying to play semantics because he just cannot admit that he's wrong or that he lied. He refuses. He will take zero accountability.
That's the conspiracy.
Yeah, conspiracy.
That's the grand conspiracy. I roast the coffee.
Yeah, you don't do anything. You don't roast it. You can't even go to the facility. You have no facility. It is essentially, you remember Pokemon's cookies? Remember how Costco was selling these cookies? Pokemon came out with a white label version, charged more money for it. Well, that's what the Quartering's doing with coffee brand coffee. It is a white label product. He doesn't want to call it that because he still wants to say that he's better than everyone else. Now, the problem is that people have become aware of this and they're not letting him get away with it.
I do have a coffee company that isn't one of these whack dropship coffee companies out there. We've got K-Cups available.
Yeah. So he says this about Tim Pool and other people, but the fact is that the Quartering is a dropship company, and that he can't even lie about that anymore because he's been exposed. He's been exposed. Now, on stream when we were covering this, the Quartering said, you will not be able to find anyone that makes the blueberry cobbler coffee the way that I do. Well, we went on Amazon and we found that there are tons of companies that sell the blueberry cobbler at less money and have more reviews on their product. The Quartering then went on to say that his 5-pound bags are, some of his best sellers. We went to look at how many reviews those had. 2 reviews, 3 reviews, 4 reviews was the highest bag. So, the Quartering is not selling 900 pounds or 1,400 pounds, or whatever lie of that is. No. He's barely selling anything because the labels that we saw yesterday that were going to Amazon, those were 14-pound labels. 14 pounds. So either you've got 2 bags of the 5-pound and, some of the other smaller ones, or it's a bunch of the other flavors. 14 pounds. It says, retard just admitted he illegally 1099s people if he owns the roaster. You can't independent contract work and direct their work. That or no own. Yeah, I think the Quartering he's trying to play all these different games. He wants to say, I own the company, but I don't have any employees because I don't want to pay for any of the things that I would have to do if I had employees. I want a 1099 independent contract everyone. But at the same time, I own this facility. No, what he's done is he has created a dropship operation. He does not own a facility in Minnesota where he brings in the beans or he does anything with the actual coffee. The Quartering is just the bank. He's the paycheck. So it's ridiculous. The whole story is because the Quartering is incapable of just telling the truth. He wants so badly to be better than Tim Pool, which is why he brings up, oh, I'm not dropshipped. Oh, I'm not white labeled. Quartering, you literally are. You literally are. You are a dropship coffee company, and he's currently melting down and seething about it, all because he refuses to take accountability. He refuses to tell the truth. Now, Luther Morgan, who is a channel that's been documenting this and talking about it, posted this. I don't know why they're fixated on the coffee thing, because it's a scam, Jeremy. It's over. You can't fool anybody anymore. You claimed 3 separate times you owned your own K-Cup machine. May 4th, 2025, you claimed you bought a K-Cup machine. December 11th, 2022, you claimed you bought a $50,000 K-Cup machine. March 20th, 2025, you claimed that you were vertically integrated. You sold your Neo Geo and went $80,000 in credit card debt for equipment because the K-Cup vendor interrupted your business. Oh, and by the way, I posted this as well. This is September 25th, 2022. Which says, I bought my own K-Cup machine. It costs more than a car. So yes, this is correct. This is correct. Jeremy, the reason people care is because you're scamming people and you're lying to people. And you're doing so in an overtly arrogant way. And you're hoping that people are going to doubt themselves by the aggressiveness of your defense. But the fact is, you're guilty as hell. We can see it. By the way that you overreact, by the way that you drink yourself into oblivion and then go on Facebook or X or anywhere else. The reality is that we can see, based on the evidence that has been presented, that you have been lying. And you take no accountability, and you just refuse to tell the truth. So, I'm not going to take too much more of your time. I just wanted to let you know that that is the current update about the quartering. He exposed himself on stream, doing two things at once. Apparently, that's too much for the quartering. And, basically revealed where his coffee company is, where it's located, which is in Pennsylvania. What does the quartering know about Pennsylvania? Nothing. Anyway, I don't know if people are going to report this for false advertising. I have no clue. I would say yes, you probably should, because it is false advertising. The quartering didn't do any of what he promised. He lied to his customers in exchange for their money and support. So, anyway, that'll do it. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Okay, let me upload this to YouTube, and then we'll move on to the next topic. Let me go through and like all the super chats. Really appreciate the support, guys. More than you can know, I appreciate the support. So thank you to each and every one of you who donated. And thank you for the massive, massive donation. $20. That is huge. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend, indeed. The quartering has been exposed. I don't think there's any coming back. I really don't. I don't think there's any worming your way out of this. Okay. Let's see. Quartering. Quartering. Okay. Fantastic. Got that one done. Thank you guys for your indulgence. I appreciate it, as always. Now we have another topic to cover. Okay, we're gonna be doing some. We're gonna be talking about the trial. We're gonna be talking about the trial of. He will end up like Sticks and living in a laundry room. That's brutal. Okay. All right. So we are going to watch a video from Asmongold about. We're going to watch a video from Asmongold about the trial, he never did go on Caleb Hammer. That's true. He never did go on Caleb Hammer, which would have been that would have been something to see. I think that would have been amazing content in entertainment. But for whatever reason, he decided not to go. You know, too much accountability. So here's the question. I'm gonna run a poll on my YouTube tab. Okay. I'm gonna let you guys choose. Okay. What game should watching video Breath of the Wild? Don't trust TT. That tactical tampons is a real product. It's not true. Oh yeah, it's a complete lie. All right. Okay, I'm gonna run a poll on my YouTube tab. You guys can vote about what game you guys would like to see me play while we're watching the video. You guys get to choose. You guys get a choice. The choices are Breath of the Wild, Ocarina of Time, Minecraft, and F-Zero. So go ahead and vote, because that's what I'm going to be doing while we're watching. Oh, we got F-Zero coming out in the lead. Oh, Minecraft is... We got KOTOR. No KOTOR. Nope. Play for Forza Horizon 6. Can't play Forza. Don't have my PlayStation or Xbox hooked up. So all right, it seems like Minecraft is in the lead. Minecraft is in the lead. Let's see if that changes. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over the Charlie Kirk. We're gonna go over the Charlie Kirk news, because what's coming out of the trial is I mean it's crazy, absolutely crazy, and we have to go over it. People need to see what's going on. You know. All right, it's looking close. It's close. Right now, Minecraft and F-Zero are tied, neck and neck. We need somebody to go in and be the deciding vote. We need somebody to go in and be the deciding vote. I think that, you know, the topic of the quartering, I think that is important as well, but we need to be real. This thing that happened with Charlie Kirk and the way that it's been handled, more people need to be talking about it. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Is he facing the death penalty? Not that I know of as of right now. He could be. I don't think so. The judge hasn't determined that yet. All right, F-Zero wins. F-Zero's way in the lead. Okay. Unfortunately, I just gotta warn you guys. This is gonna be a tough one. This is gonna be a tough one. Okay.
The Charlie Kirk.
Okay. All right. Brothers, if you've been paying attention to the, Tyler Robinson trial, if you've wanted to know about Charlie Kirk and how he was assassinated, well, this is going to be the video for you because we have a major update. This took place in the court. So this isn't, a Candace Owens conspiracy theory. This isn't something that I made up. I pulled up several different references, all people saying the same thing about what happened in court. So this has been verified. This is on the record. It's not conjecture. It's not hearsay. It's not Charlie Kirk came to me as a Force ghost and told me this, in a whisper. This is the reality that they had high definition, high quality video showing Tyler Robinson shooting Charlie Kirk. So we're going to go over that. And then we have a video to watch, which is from Asmongold, which is the reaction and aftermath to all of this that's going on. It's incredibly brutal. But I want to show you a couple of different examples of this so that you get a full, scope of just how devastating this news actually is. Devastating, because these people had to see this video of what happened. But it is good news if you want justice for Charlie Kirk.
Preliminary murder trial just wrapped, and we were there and witnessed everything, and you have to hear this because it was devastating what we watched. And the judge ruled that you can't see the high definition quality video 4K of Tyler Robinson committing the murder of Charlie Kirk. But we saw it, and they played it on giant screens inside of the courthouse. You can see clearly Tyler Robinson's face. You can see crystal clear the license plate number on his vehicle, his movements on the rooftop. You can time it up to when Charlie Kirk was murdered. And what you also couldn't see was what happened inside of the courthouse. Erica Kirk was sobbing in the arms of her mother-in-law, Charlie's mother, Mrs. Kirk. Feet away is Tyler Robinson, pale, sallow, bony, emaciated, staring at the floor the whole time. Twitching and looking straight ahead, refuses to watch the video, refused to make eye contact with the family. Emotional day. The judge played all 20 minutes of the high definition security footage, and the whole courthouse gasped when it was over. It was really tough to watch. The prosecution has a demonstrable, overwhelming case. They said that multiple times. The defense has nothing. They asked minutiae questions about DNA evidence, but the judge was just shooing them along as we get to this 4K video reveal that will eventually be made public. It's already a case that is overwhelming against Tyler Robinson, but once you see this video, you will cast out all of the demons that have been attacking the Kirk family. It has been one of the most grotesque demonic evils that have been visited upon innocent people has happened to this beautiful family. Once you see all of the evidence that we saw today, it's over. And that's what the lawyers said today. Please pray. Erica Kirk asked us to do this. Pray for a speedy trial. We have a right to a speedy trial here. It's in our Constitution. We don't have to wait years in order to get to a trial phase here. We want justice to be done. Justice has to be done.
Well, okay. The right to a speedy trial is not, that's not exactly accurate. The public doesn't have a right to a speedy trial. The defendant has a right to a speedy trial, so they don't just keep him in jail. I understand what he's saying, and he's absolutely right. We want a quick and speedy trial. That is not what that's not what the Constitution says. So, I thought that was interesting.
Done in this case, and done immediately. So please pray for the Kirks. They've been through enough. Time for justice for the widow. And just a word to all the Christians out there. The Bible calls us in the Old Testament, the New Testament, to defend the widow, to defend the orphans, to provide for her, and to stand up for her. And so be a Christian today, be upright. Please pray for justice in this case and a speedy trial.
Yeah, I think we should. Absolutely. Absolutely. But I mean, yeah, that's brutal. They saw it in 4K. They have footage of this guy assassinating Charlie Kirk. He's dead to rights. So it's breaking. High-quality surveillance video has been shown in court, showing Tyler Robinson taking the shot at Charlie Kirk. Robinson is screwed. He is now on his way back to his cage via a heavily armored escort. Press were not allowed to stream the video. Only those in the courtroom, including members of the public and family members, were allowed to see this video. This week has been an absolute beatdown for the defense. Eli Bedakova came in and said, what's the story on this Charlie Kirk stuff? So we literally just got done watching this video from Benny Johnson, and that has to do with the video that was shown in court today of Tyler Robinson shooting Charlie Kirk. So there's no longer any question whether this guy did it or not. They've seen the video in 4K of Tyler Robinson shooting Charlie Kirk. Anyone who was still, on the conspiracy theory bandwagon that it was, it was another shooter or somebody else, those people are just done. There's nothing left. I don't see how even Candace Owens can, sort of true crime her way out of this one. It is beyond a reasonable doubt at this point. But we were just reading this. Press were not allowed to stream the video. So high-quality surveillance video has been shown in court showing Tyler Robinson taking the shot at Charlie Kirk. This is Insider Wire. High-quality footage shown in court, Tyler Robinson taking the shot at Charlie Kirk. Here we've got... Here we got Jack Posobiec breaks down the horrific video he saw earlier of Tyler Robinson taking the shot that killed Charlie Kirk. I'm not going to mince words. I'm going to be blunt because it deserves it. And I'm just going to say what it was. You see him shooting Charlie. You see him executing Charlie. You see him take the shot. It's the most damning thing I've seen all week for Tyler Robinson. So, right now, I mean, multiple different content creators, multiple different people that were there have talked about, they've seen the video in court. The video has not been made public yet. It will eventually be made public, but it's not public right now. And so, yeah, that is something that they had to sit and watch. I can only imagine how brutal that was.
Room after the 5-day preliminary hearing.
And here, to answer one of the questions about is death penalty on the table, it says death penalty is on the table. So that's good news. Now, whether they get there or not remains to be seen. But
hearing for Charlie Kirk's accused killer wrapped moments ago. Remember, just yesterday, Tyler Robinson's former roommate telling investigators Robinson confessed to killing Kirk in person and in text messages. Another dramatic moment today when surveillance video of the suspect on the roof was shown in court, but not on TV. Erica Kirk and Charlie's mother crying and hugging in court. And now we are getting new reaction from the Kirk family. We are live at the courthouse in Provo, Utah. Josh Ritter, criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor, standing by. But first to Matt Finn. Matt.
Trace, this 5-day preliminary hearing has...
Isn't it interesting? We just saw another video from Provo, Utah about Reckless Ben.
ended. We are not getting a ruling on whether this will advance to a murder trial. And moments ago, the Kirk family released a new statement writing in part, as difficult as these last few days have been, it brings our family comfort to know that the world has witnessed the overwhelming evidence of what occurred to Charlie that day.
Right.
Nothing will ever undo the loss of our beloved Charlie. As this case moves into its next phase, we pray that truth will continue to be heard through a process that is fair.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely brutal. Kangman Lee. I like this guy. This guy's a true patriot. The guy's a Christian. He doesn't like Hassan Piker. That also helps. Says, now that there's incontrovertible proof that Tyler Robinson took the shot at Charlie Kirk, I wonder how many conspiracy retards will spin the whole narrative, the whole exploding mic narrative. Any guesses? Well, you see, what you have to understand is, yeah, they will do their best. They will try to turn this into some sort of, true crime thing that, yeah, well, what you don't understand is, Tyler Robinson was a patsy because Mossad put him there. Sort of like Lee Harvey Oswald on the grassy knoll, and somebody was on the grassy knoll, and it was the exploding mic. Don't you understand it? Like it was the exploding mic. They just made it look like it's AI. The video is AI. They'll do anything because it's all about money. It's all about money and attention. Candace Owens does this for money. She does it for attention. That's why she does it. It's obvious. So, otherwise, why would you make up so many conspiracy theories that have been proven to be not true? Why wouldn't you just be honest? Because now we've seen the footage. Well, we haven't. They have. Multiple people have all come out to say the same thing. That the video is irrefutable, indisputable proof that Charlie Kirk was killed by Tyler Robinson. The court has seen that. So, yeah, the pre-trial is over. We will see what goes on next. But, yeah, that part of it is at least done. And that's great news. That's what we want to see. We want this thing to continue on. The pre-trial is over. We want to get to the trial. We want the jury trial. We want this guy to be found guilty. We want this guy to be put to death. We want to see justice be done because that's what Charlie Kirk deserved. I was a critic of Charlie Kirk, okay? I didn't like him. I thought he was way too soft on too many issues. I looked at some of the things he said and I go, this guy is just too soft. This guy feels like a rhino. He doesn't feel like he's, on board. He doesn't feel like he's down with the cause. But apparently I was wrong. Apparently he was so effective, they had to try to kill him. He, of all people, was so effective, they had to try to kill him. And not only that, they had to try to make light of his death. They had to try to make light of his death. And that's what people have done. That's what some of the most subhuman, disgusting, animalistic freaks have done.
We are Charlie Kirk, his good is our own. To get to broken will make heaven known. We are Charlie Kirk, his good is our own. To get to broken will make heaven known.
All right, David Dayen of the American Prospect is going to be on the broadcast now, ladies and gentlemen.
Imagine that, by the way. Imagine that. You are bringing on a guest to your show, and before that, you start doing a dance to dance on the grave of Charlie Kirk. Yeah, this guy Hassan genuinely is one of the most repulsive people I've ever seen. He wants so desperately to be taken seriously, but he is just a gross, inbred, despicable Nepo baby. A terrorist supporting freak. That's what it is. He's literally dancing on the grave of Charlie Kirk before he brings on another guest. Anyway, I just wanted to bring this to your attention. We're going to move over now to a video from your boy Asmongold, because he was talking about this, and so I wanted to I wanted to watch it with all of you. So that's what we're going to do now.
Now that the Charlie Kirk trial is in session, everybody, let me see if I can pull this up and show you. Give me 1 second, I would read these. So now that the Charlie Kirk trial is in session, you have a ton of people that are trying to do damage control for, like, very clearly and very obviously, like, here's one right here. No, Andrew, the big problem, this debilitating narcissism, you could hijack Charlie's legacy. His show, his organization, and pervert his vision. Oh my God. Hello, Mr. And she got absolutely, completely fucking destroyed by this account, Data Republican. 74,000 likes.
Is that Tyler Robinson, who did not attend UVU, had never been on UVU campus.
Oh, Candace Owens.
Packed up his car that day, jumped onto a rooftop, figured out how to, like, jump around like Spider-Man, and just knew exactly where Charlie Kirk would be seated, despite having never been there.
Oh gosh,
I don't
she always.
think Tyler Robinson was there.
You don't think he was there?
You don't think he was
I think
there?
he's a total patsy. I think they get lookalikes,
Oh,
and they got everybody
no!
wearing the same outfit. I think he played a role, and I believe that what he did was he picked up clothes and he dumped them behind the Dairy Queen. I think he had a role, but I do not believe that Tyler Robinson is the person who was walking in that.
Can we finally use this as an example to stop listening to this stupid bitch?
Yes.
Can we please just kind of put this to bed?
Yes, please.
Really? Like, I mean, I don't understand how anybody takes this person seriously anymore.
Staircase. I
don't
do
know.
not believe the person walking in the staircase. And I feel confident stating that Tyler Robinson did not murder. His roommate is a federal asset, Lance Twiggs. The person
Why do you think that?
Federal
because the police
asset.
didn't even question him.
The police didn't question him, so he's a federal asset.
Which is, if you run the theory that he was killed with a PE shaped charge, then they all suddenly start to make sense.
Oh,
why they wouldn't bring the bomb
mic
dogs over to where
explosion.
Charlie died. Was that he was shot from below. Because I watched his shirt go out, and I watched the friction of his body,
my
and
gosh.
I saw that his necklace
This is
broke
so
before he was hit.
embarrassing.
I thought, honest to God perspective, I
so
believe she
embarrassing.
is
Oh my
a
God.
tried and true psychopath.
Oh,
Is Erica Kirk, I'm
And
assuming?
I'm not saying that to be theatrical. I'm
Wow.
you
Oh
know,
my
not trying to be
gosh.
hyperbolic. I mean,
That's
like clinical
evil.
Hyperbolic?
psychopath.
I mean, I don't understand how people can sit here and listen to a borderline illiterate retard invent theories about how Israel killed Charlie Kirk because he was going to expose them, while she spends every single day trying to expose Israel, but they don't kill her. Where's the logic
Right.
there? That they're letting you speak about this. And the only logic is an insult to you, by the way, is that you are so stupid and so ineffective that you actually are beneficial to them, so they continue letting you speak. That is the best explanation that you could have for
Yeah.
why Israel is allowing Candace Owens to exist if they killed Charlie Kirk. That's
He's
it.
right.
It's so obnoxious. This person's so stupid.
Some ritualistic thing, or
Yeah, so for 2 minutes, the people who orchestrated his assassination, it was ritualistic.
I mean, when you told me
Ritualistic.
at dinner that he was assassinated in the middle of a pentagram, I was like, "Holy shit!"
When someone
No.
sent me an old
middle of
Freemason
a
Bible, and
pentagram.
It wasn't in
showed
the middle of
how
a
they believe
fucking pentagram.
that you have to be in a pentagram to sacrifice someone.
Oh
Literally
gosh.
shows you, like, there's a map inside of the Freemason Bible. And I looked at it and I said, Charlie was sitting in a pentagram.
In the middle of
You
a
think he was
pentagram.
killed because
No, it wasn't. That is such an unbelievable stretch. Oh gosh. That's so embarrassing. Oh man. It says EFPs don't work like that. Absolutely retarded. Yeah, it's literally her just making shit up. Did you know, like, Erica Kirk's like a psychopath and she's working for Mossad? Candace Owens owes Erica Kirk one of the biggest apologies. One of the absolute biggest apologies. It is so unbelievably evil what Erica Kirk has had to endure and go through because of people like Candace Owens that put their profit and their clickbait garbage above everything else. It's disgusting. And when are we gonna stop allowing people to do shit like this? Oh, just asking questions. Okay, all right, I'm all in favor of asking questions. Asking questions is great. But at what point is there some sort of accountability? At one point, is there some sort of accountability where you're like, okay, well, we're not going to just allow you to defame somebody like that. We're not going to allow you to destroy somebody like that. The way that they're going after Erica Kirk and the lies that they've told about this whole thing, it's insane. Asmongold is absolutely right.
He was going against Israel.
1000%.
Then why are you alive?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Then why haven't they killed you? I mean, you're sitting there trying to expose Israel every single day, and somehow Charlie Kirk having it's so stupid that it's so crazy that we listen to this at all.
He's right.
It's not that I'm not always right. Wait for it 1 second. I'm just not always right now. Okay? It's not my first rodeo, youngsters, okay? Okay, pal, not my first rodeo. I've been doing this for a little while. I think I know what I'm talking about. So, no, Israel did not kill Top Goy. That was retarded from day one.
Yes.
Israel killed Top Goy. No, bro, Israel did not kill Top Goy. They love Goy. They love their Top Goy, Charlie Kirk. They would have never. Right. Anyway, I remember, just briefly, I remember when everyone was saying Israel killed Charlie Kirk. I said, why? Why would they kill him? He was the last remaining Goy that supported Israel out of all of them. I said, Tucker's against Israel. Candace Owens is against Israel. Joe Rogan's against Israel. Why'd they go after Top Goy?
Yeah.
And people said, well, you see, because Charlie Kirk was going to let Tucker speak at the America Fest convention. Tucker did 2 events after Charlie got killed, and Tucker is like this with Erica Kirk. So how does that even make sense? They killed Charlie because he wouldn't excise Tucker Carlson. Tucker did a Turning Point event at Indiana University.
There's no logic. And it's like whenever you lay this out, there's no reasoning to any of this.
The assassination. And he was at America Fest anyway, and he's best buddies with Erica.
Yeah.
And now they say, oh, well, Charlie was going to persuade Trump not to go to war.
Oh.
Do you guys realize that Donald Trump is the president of the United States of America? You think that the 31-year-old glorified Students for Trump activist was going to prevent a war? Trump has a vice president, a secretary of state, a secretary of defense.
It's just, I mean, whenever you really lay it out, the thing is that whenever you're just watching Candace Owens explaining things, right? Like, it's like, okay. But like, then whenever you take a step back and you listen to like, what does that mean? Oh, wow. That's really stupid.
Commander of the Joint Chiefs.
It is.
National Security Advisor. His son, Don Jr. And you think the Students for Trump guy, who's 31 years old, he was going to say, listen, Trump, we can't go to war. And Trump was going to say, oh, I was about to go to war.
But now
since
Charlie
you said
exactly.
Charlie Kirk was more powerful than Don Jr., who was against the war, Vance, who was against the war, among others, Tucker, who went to the White House 3 times in February trying to persuade Trump. It makes no sense. Anyway. So, yeah, anyone who fell for that, look, I know it was a lot of you guys. I know a lot of you fell for it. So out of pure self-interest, I'm not going to say you guys were idiots, but.
But.
Yeah.
There's a reason why people are called. It's the reason why they call him Goyim, man. It really is.
That was like just a retarded thing to believe.
It was a left-wing psyop? It was. So the left invented the idea that Charlie Kirk was killed by Israel in order to diffuse accountability from the fact that another one of their crazy people flew off the handle, right? That's really it. I will look at this here. Candace, oh God, oh no.
It's something in the eyes. Like, I don't know. I'm like, I know I'm human, but I don't
something
know if
in the eyes.
Complete, you know?
Breaking moments ago, a man reportedly accused of threatening to kill Erica Kirk. He is under arrest in Texas, according to local media.
What?
Police reportedly saying he posted about a bombing at a Turning Point USA event where Kirk is scheduled to speak next week. TPUSA says the event will go on.
Claiming that's threats. There were severe threats against her, but J.D. Vance, the vice president of the United States, was somehow immune to those threats. The excuses that they're telling us are it's just so ridiculous. Can everyone stop defending these lies? I'm going to show you how they're lying, why they're lying.
Okay.
I don't know why they never stop lying.
Respondent Alicia Cunha live in Denver. Hi, Alicia. Hi, Martha. And this threat not only targeted Erica Kirk, but Turning Point USA events across the board. News stations in Texas report Jacob Winsky of San Antonio was arrested earlier today and now faces...
God damn, what's on his face? What is that, herpes? Damn.
2 felony counts for making terrorist threats against Erica Kirk.
Future, the dark future that everyone's always predicting, like the AI future, it's here. We're actually here. I think that we are fighting machines. I think that these people are not humans, that they're sentinels that maybe look like humans.
Sentinels?
And TPUSA's upcoming women's leadership event in that city.
Sentinels?
According
Really?
to local reports, San Antonio police
What is
were
this, the
alerted to
X-Men?
Wenski after he allegedly commented on social media, quote, "I know exactly where to bomb."
Guys,
Why would you
beware
say
the
that? Why would
Sentinels.
you, if you're bombing something, why do you say, this is the bomb? It's right here. Guess where it's going to go? It's going to go to downtown, this, I don't even want to say it because then somebody will clip it out of context and send it to the police. So just, it's a joke, but goddamn.
And we're
That's
watching and
yeah.
we're listening. The
I
whole
caught
world
myself.
is invested in solving this, and so.
Investigators, according to reporting, say he also wrote in an email, quote, "Death to Erica Kirk
Why
and
would you
every
say-
single speaker
why would
there.
you do this?
America will live on
Why would-
without those scum of this earth.
Oh, my God.
Every Christian nationalist shall perish in the bombing that will take place at every single Turning Point rally
Oh, my
and
God.
event."
Are you just surrounded by robots? Are you a hybrid, Erica? Answer yes or no.
TPUSA
Oh, my
responded
God.
to the arrest on X, saying the organization takes all threats seriously
Yeah,
and is working
they
with law
should.
enforcement, adding, quote, "We are grateful to the San Antonio Police Department and the FBI for their rapid response and arrest of the individual making these threats. We refuse to let threats silence us. We
Good.
look forward to a successful and inspiring
They need to put that guy
gathering."
in an institution.
Erica Kirk, her family,
Guy's
and the
crazy.
organization she now runs have been under near constant hostility by critics ever since Charlie
That's
was
so
assassinated
insane.
in September. Charlie Kirk's
It's absolutely sick what people like Candace Owens have done. They've taken a widow of, and again, yeah, I think it's weird that she goes out to all of the fireworks shows and everything like that. Like, I don't like that. I don't think that the optics of it are very good. But like the extent that these people take it to is just demonic.
Yeah.
It's demonic and evil. And I don't see how you can't see it that way. It is so wrong the way that they have approached this and the way that they've tried to make her out like she was trying to get involved with doing it. It's sick, man. Absolutely fucking sick. And I've called this out the whole time, by the way. I have. And y'all remember 6 months ago whenever I was talking about this and people were saying that, like, oh no, like the Jews are paying you and everything. I am so glad that retard sentiment is dying now. And it's going to court. It's being proven wrong. And it was always
Right.
bullshit. And every normal person knew it. Everybody knew this. Everybody fucking knew this was bullshit.
Right.
Dude, what's going on? They're just stupid. That's the reason why. So you think it's a bit dishonest to throw the baby out with the bathwater? She does raise other valid questions that there are inconsistencies with the FBI narrative and deserve being asked. No, I'm not interested in a person asking questions who thinks they're talking to Charlie Kirk in a dream, who's telling them that Israel killed them.
Force
No, I'm not
Ghost.
interested in that. I don't care. Oh, but she's just asking questions. Yeah, she's asking retarded questions that shed, basically a shade of doubt on something that everybody knows is what's happened. Like, Charlie Kirk was killed by a psychopathic, retarded, leftist furry. That's what happened. He was killed by a fucking freak. And that's what it was. And again, there are other furries and art assassins. There's other leftists and art assassins. But it was one of them. It was. And anybody trying to say that it was Israel or something else, the reason why they're doing that is you're being psyoped into not being able to correctly identify the people who want to kill you.
True.
And it's those people.
Accused killer Tyler Robinson is scheduled for his preliminary hearing in early July. Erica Kirk has been pushing for maximum transparency with the public in that case. As for the San Antonio suspect, his next court appearance is set for August.
Yeah, and so that's it. I'm so glad to see this. I am. Nah, dude, you got tricked. Listen. I view this as a profound violation of my rights as an American citizen that I have to read the opinions of Goyim.
He's adopted that word a little bit too much. I think he's adopted that word a little bit too much. I do. I think that he's Goyim this, Goyim that. Yeah, okay, it's funny, but but what a great screenshot. Why is Asmongold say demonic all these days? No, I mean he's because what they're doing is demonic.
I mean, in the Eighth Amendment, it says that there is a law against cruel and unusual punishment. And I don't know where my restitution is. I don't know where I go to file my constitutional complaint. I'm not sure where it is, but I need to find out. And it's got to be soon. You're wrong for thinking she's innocent. I have no interest in listening to people that think like you. You're just stupid. You're not worth even considering or listening to. It's just, again, and what I think is even funnier is that whenever these stupid bird brain conspiracy theory ideas come out and people are like, I don't want to hear this, it's stupid. They're silencing us because they know we're telling the truth. No, you're getting silenced because you're fucking stupid. You're incredibly fucking stupid. That's it. You find it? Do you not find it a little bit strange that a week before Charlie was murdered, he started speaking out against Israel and rejected a gift from Bibi, and then all of a sudden, after rejecting Bibi, he gets murdered a week later? No, I don't really find it strange. I bet there's probably been animosity between them, probably between years. I mean, like, what about during October 7th? I mean, yeah, I don't really think so. It's not Israel didn't kill him. What are you talking about? The person said he killed him. Like, there's literally text messages of him saying that he killed him. Also, by the way, this is another thing. It's like, you think Israel. So this is the dichotomy, and like this is the double standard that these animals, like, I don't even. They're goyim. They're not animals. Goyim are above animals, but they're below people, right? So this is the goyim standard. The country that is full of the most intelligent, brilliant, strategic, tactical masterminds that have engineered the total control over society for 2,000 years through finance, entertainment, economics, and government capture. The Jews, by the way, this is their idea, that these people, these are the ones that they think, oh, you know what we're going to do? I know what I want to do. Let's get a random retarded furry from Connecticut that has a trans girlfriend or boyfriend to go up on top of a roof and shoot Charlie Kirk in the neck. And I saw somebody else comment on this. I'm not sure if I can find it. Where is it?
No. Asmon, you don't understand. That you have fallen for the goy slop. Asmon, you've fallen for the goy slop. You're goy maxing. No. The real story is that was the patsy. No. These super, these mega mind brilliant Jews from Israel, they put the real explosive device in the microphone. And the microphone shot him. The guy, they couldn't leave it to some retard on the roof. No, it was the mic. You see how stupid it sounds when you actually say it, when you actually verbalize it? How unbelievably dumb. It's like, but that's what these people believe. They believe that it was this coordinated, orchestrated thing that Mossad was tracking Erica Kirk and finding when was the opportune time to do this. And they put the explosive in the microphone. It's like the whole thing is just this conspiracy slop.
Here, can I hate him, bro. This is it. I think if Israel had wanted to kill Charlie Kirk, he would have died in his sleep from an untraceable poison delivered by a random stranger through an umbrella pinprick. It would look like a stroke. I think a trans pervert would have shot him in broad daylight at a university. That's exactly it. You think Israel is this mastermind state, but at the same time, you think that they're not able to figure this out. True. It's outrageous, man. It really is.
It's
the fact you're getting worked up.
You know what it is? It reminds me of the way that the left views Trump. Trump is this brilliant mastermind, tyrant, nefarious, just he's Hitler and Stalin and Pol Pot and all these other people wrapped into one. But at the same time, he's a bumbling idiot. He's in mental decline. He's like Joe Biden. Like, they won't have both of those narratives be true. Because at different times they're convenient, but at the end of the day, neither of them are true.
Over this shit is fucking crazy. Here's the reason why I'm getting worked up over it, okay? The reason why I'm getting worked up over it is because I see a movement of people that should be aligned with me 100% that are being misdirected and attacking each other rather than identifying the true threat and treating it as such. That's the reason why I'm angry.
Right.
That's the reason why I'm mad.
Yeah, and he has every right to be. But, the positive news out of this? Asmon, the positive news out of this? It's that we now know the truth. We do. That video that was played in court, this shows Tyler Robinson beyond a reasonable doubt shooting Charlie Kirk. That is going to put to bed a lot of these conspiracy things. And you never should let these people forget what they tried to do. You should never let these people forget what they tried to promote and what they put Erica Kirk through. You should never, ever, ever let them forget it. So, anyway, that'll do it for this video. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Okay. Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right. Stop that. Okay. So, yeah, that's a very interesting update. Oh, should we watch okay. Oh. All right. Let me see. What topic should we cover next? Which one should we hit on next? Let me see. Go down, see which one I wanted to cover. We got the quartering. I wanted to do that one. Oh, yeah, here we go. All right, here we go. This is this is Retard Roundup. Brothers, there is a content creator that goes by the name of NMPLOL. This is a person that I fully admit I don't like. I'm not a fan of. I think this person is incredibly dishonest, low IQ, and just fake. Now, the reason that I say that is not because I know the person personally. I'm talking about their performance, what they put out online. And because I don't know this person personally, I can only go by what I see online. How you behave. What type of standard do you set for yourself when you go live? That's all we can do is judge these people by what they put out there, what they say. Now, it could be that it's this four-dimensional game where, he's really this way, but the truth is it doesn't matter. If you are putting on a front, I'm going to take you at your front and what you're saying. So, this guy, NMPLOL, talks about, it says, NMPLOL is excited to potentially do politics and accompany Hassan on the campaign trail in Michigan with Abdul El Said. By the way, this is the guy that watched terrorist propaganda with Hassan Piker. This is the guy that's like, oh, Hassan, I like what you like. Yeah. It's just absolutely unconscionable to go and campaign with a terrorist supporter like Hassan and be like, oh, I'm on board with your politics. So this guy's friends in quotations with Asmongold. He's not really. But he's friends with Asmongold. So Asmongold represents America, American values, the rule of law. Hassan represents criminality, sex pestery. He's somebody that represents anti-American terrorism. Like this terrorist mindset, he supports that. So you're going to go campaign with Hassan. There's no upside to that. That pretty much tells me immediately you're a piece of shit. Now, I know this guy probably, it'll be funny. This is the same guy that joked about dead Christian kids during the flood in Texas. There were some young girls that drowned. They died. And this piece of shit was like, oh, well, the girls are better off dead anyway. They didn't have anything to live for. So, I really think this guy's a piece of shit. I think he's an absolute scumbag. I don't support what his ex-wife is doing to him, but at all. But I mean, I think it pretty much gives you an insight into what an absolute pathetic worm this guy is. I mean, he chose his ex-wife. He chose the woman that would ultimately be this, like, malevolent, gold-digging, just nasty, vindictive bitch. So, anyway.
Oh, that reminds me. I have to respond to him. He texted me last night.
Yeah. a little too heated? Is it a little heated? Not heated enough? Yeah, maybe I'll tone it down a little bit. All right, brothers, we're going to be talking about NMP LOL's announcement that he is going to be going on the campaign trail with none other than us. God. Blast it. All right. We're going to do this. Take 3. Brothers, we're going to be taking a look at the announcement from NMP LOL. He's apparently going to be going on the campaign trail with Hassan Piker. Yes, the terrorist supporter, Hassan Piker. He is going to be going and campaigning with Hassan to get an anti-American foreigner elected into office. So this guy claims to be friends with Asmongold. He claims to be friends with Hassan. And so he looked at Asmongold's politics, which were pro-America, pro-freedom, and like basically everything that was right. And then he looked at Hassan, who is a terrorist-supporting anti-American sex pest, and he goes, you know what? I'm going to go with Hassan. Which tells you everything you need to know about this person and his absolutely atrocious judgment. So, let's take a look at the video from NMPLOL, where this guy talks about going on the campaign trail in Michigan to get a foreigner, a Muslim foreigner, elected into office on the Democrat ticket. Yeah, absolutely egregious. And I'm going to be honest, I don't think people hate this guy enough. They don't hate on this guy enough.
Go to China with Hassan. Oh, that reminds me. I have to respond to him. He texted me last night. He wants me to go to Michigan with him. Let me see. But I was sleeping, so I didn't reply. Let's see. Maybe this is my chance to become a political person, guys, and maybe I can start to convince people to get into Polonism, and then I can save the world, man. You know, what do you guys think about that? Maybe I can be the next superhero that the world needs. I can become the next. Are you gonna let him bang your mom? Why would you even ask that question? The system is rigged. You know, after going on Hassan's stream and learning about those super PACs, it really does sound like this entire thing is just some massive money scam where us, the individual citizens, get absolutely reamed. You know, like what do we have? What do we have going for us that we haven't gotten ourselves? Like, what has the government really done? I guess they've paved roads and gave us stoplights. But even then, like if you go to the hospital, you had to pay for that. What else do we got going for us? Imagine a millionaire saying this. I don't know how to tell you this, but I am not a millionaire anymore. I don't understand how many times I got to say it. So your third job is going to be Hassan's water boy. So this right now, you ever have like these?
So you role played as an office employee.
Well, not really. I just wanted to kind of see what was going on there. So, you know, like in your life, you don't know this, but you.
That was really funny. You're going to be Hassan's water boy. Yeah, pretty much you're going to be carrying the water for Hassan. And he's going to be trying to use your platform and your name and your reputation and try to get you to invite him on a podcast with Soda Poppin' and try to get on Soda Pop and stream. He's going to try to worm his way in because this guy he's a terrorist propagandist. That's what he wants to do. He said as much. He wants to use other people's platforms to normalize his terrorist rhetoric. That's what he wants to do. That's what he said. He wants to normalize his radical rhetoric, and he uses other people to do that. Asmongold has called him out multiple times. But what this guy said, many people in my chat were losing their mind. I wanted to let the whole thing play. Was actually retarded. Now again, I don't know what behind the scenes this guy knows what he's saying is stupid and is playing, a character. What has the government done for us? What does the government do for us? They pave roads and I don't know, national defense, law enforcement. This guy's probably an ACAB person, but all cops are bastards. Yeah, this is a guy that probably goes, yeah, ICE is bad. Yeah. So what does the American government do? Protects the borders. They, help to catch criminals, people doing things that are illegal. They help to enforce regulations, food standards. Like, to be that ignorant about what the government does. Now, don't get me wrong. There are things to criticize in the government. No doubt. Absolutely, 100%. But this is how people become socialists. Is they're just that fucking stupid and they have no clue what they're talking about, and some manipulative foreign terrorist asshole like Hassan that's not an American, even Asmongold admits Hassan is not an American. He is a foreign agitator, comes in and goes, yeah, all your problems are because, the government's not doing this for you, but they're doing all these other things. That you don't have any idea. You don't have any clue about that. We got Heinrich in chat saying, I say he's Melanie maxing, but she hits money at least. Oh, that's brutal. Talking about Melanie Mac.
You'll be going like this way, right? And then you come up to like a decision, and then all of a sudden you have these two choices. Your life will go this way if you take this choice, and your life will go this way if you take this choice. Gosh. I am at that point now because Hassan asked me to go on his tour with him to Michigan, and this could be my...
Yeah, congratulations. The guy that's being investigated by the government because he went on a trip to collude with a foreign enemy government in Cuba. That's the guy that you're... Yeah, hey guys, I got a choice. I could live my life or I could rob a bank. I'm at that point. It's like, that's not a choice. When Hassan asked you to go on the road with him, if you do that, that will forever establish you in a category that you are never going to be able to get out from. You will forever be tarnished with the stink of Hassan. You're already viewed in about as contemptible a way as possible because you joked about dead Christian girls, that they're better off dead. The girls were better off dead. This was as it was happening. Yeah, they were still trying to find the girls. This guy's joking about how the dead Christian girls are better off. So this guy really is a subhuman piece of shit. I mean, just unbelievably delusional. Oh yeah, I have a choice. I can go with Hassan, and that'll be good for my career. Right. Now again, people have told me that this guy isn't serious online. He's just a shitster. But the thing is, the person that you present yourself to be online is who you are. Because there's no way that we know you behind the scenes. We don't want to know you behind the scenes. So what you put forward is your content. That's who you are. That's what you are. And you're somebody that is actively flirting with going into politics with Hassan Piker to promote a foreign candidate, a Muslim candidate, which, by the way, that's been a huge problem, not only in the UK, but now in the US. Asmongold was watching a video on the Muslim prayer alarm, where like 5 a.m. they're blaring these Muslim chants. Which, by the way, everyone involved in that should have been arrested. I mean, that is absolutely disturbing the peace. But they were doing that early in the morning. But they got rid of church bells. So, I mean, people like Nick, it's just, I don't know the guy personally. I don't care to know the guy personally. I'm judging him solely based on what I see. And there's a certain point where if you are a certain way behind the scenes, but you're putting on a character and you really have some kind of deeper 4D chess move, it's sort of like, for me, it's like Extra Emily. Okay, well, Extra Emily puts on this baby character, but then behind the scenes, she almost got into a car accident multiple times. She's a terrible driver. But she keeps streaming while, driving and engaging with chat. So at a certain point, it doesn't matter if you're a nice person behind the stream, if you're an asshole. Who you are on camera becomes who you are. This guy constantly demonstrates a profound lack of judgment, morals, ethics, reason, common sense. He claims he has no political knowledge, but he's about to go campaign with Hassan. Now, I don't think he's actually going to do it. I don't. Because it would probably be too much work, and he probably realizes that Hassan is poison. He's doing this for a reaction. Well, congratulations. You got a rise out of people, which appears to be your highest value, is getting a rise out of people. Not actually creating, producing, or establishing anything, but just irritating people. Fantastic. You say evil, despicable, subhuman shit like these little Christian girls are better off dead. You say that, which, by the way, that wasn't a joke. He says it was a joke. It wasn't a joke. There was no punchline. It just was a rant that he got a lot of pushback for, so he said it was a joke. But anyway, I just wanted to bring this to your attention. This is just embarrassing. It's just embarrassing. The fact is that if you are on the fence between Asmongold and Hassan, you probably shouldn't be in this country. So I would like to promote we deport Nick. Okay? Nick and Hassan can get deported together. How about that? How about we compromise? Hassan goes, but Nick can go with him. They just can't come back to the U.S. Maybe they can both go to Cuba or North Korea. I hear Iraq is great this time of year. Anyway, let's continue.
My way to politics. I could become the next, who's really good leader? Next, like, George Bush. You know what I'm saying? And I have my own politics that we have to implement called Polonism. You know what I'm saying? You're too dumb for politics, bro. Am I? Who am I bombing first? Why would we have to bomb anybody? You know?
You're too dumb.
But you guys do think Polonism is a good idea, right? Bro is stressed because of people shit talking him because of divorce. Now he wants people to shit on him because of politics. I'm not stressed at all about the divorce. The divorce, for anyone with a brain, could see exactly what happened, you know? So I have no issues about that. In fact, people get mad when I talk about it, you know, so we can't be talking about it too much.
So there it is. So I said, I guess Nick has looked at both Asmongold and his pro-American stance and Hassan and his pro-terrorism / anti-American stance and decided to go with Hassan. I don't think people quite give this guy enough shit. Maybe if Asmon actually collaborated with him IRL, then Nick would go on stream. He made jokes about the kids who passed away in the floods at the camps in Texas. Not only is that bad enough on its own, it's while people were literally still in the camps. Yeah, that's true. Dumb as bricks you are, huh? You are, huh? Uh-huh. Man. And we got a bona fide retard. a bona fide, genuine retard with an edited clip. That's not my avatar. You fucking idiot. But they try to say, oh, that's his avatar. You know, some retard edited that clip. But I wouldn't expect a retard, a low IQ troglodyte like you to be able to understand that. Anyway, yeah, that's embarrassing. It's embarrassing for everyone that is the current state of our streamer culture. That is the streamer space. Yikes. Anyway, that'll do it. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Okay. All right. Let me see. Okay. What the fuck? Why would you do that? Okay.
When
Brothers, they're calling this story the next Renee Good. And they're not wrong. This is the next Renee Good. You know what the story of Renee Good taught us? Is that no matter how much evidence is presented, video evidence, no matter how much you recite the law to people, there are going to be people that live in their own delusion. They try to excuse the criminal behavior of a person and come up with every convoluted reason why another outcome should have been available. Renee Good was a person who, I mean, the more that people found out about her, they realized that she was an absolute piece of shit. She was a genuine derelict who decided that, you know what, I'm going to go drop off my kids, you know, the ones that I still have. I'm going to go drop off my kids. And then I'm going to bring my vehicle to interrupt an active ICE operation. I'm going to park my car in the middle of the road. Then, when I'm told to leave the vehicle, like I'm told to leave, I don't leave. Then I'm told, okay, get out of the car. I'm going to try to speed off. Now, the moment that you try to flee from an arrest and there's an officer in front of your car, they should have the right to shoot you dead. Because that vehicle is now a weapon. Anyone who thinks that you can flee from cops and that's normal, that's a person that should be in jail. Because you are actively putting people in harm's way. So every one of these cases, as is the case with Black Lives Matter, every one of them is an example of how dishonest, malevolent, and stupid these people on the left are. So we're going to be talking about this story, where you have ICE now confirming that the Mexican illegal alien tried to ram and possibly kill an ICE agent, prompting the deadly shooting in self-defense. So, a tale as old as time, huh? You have ICE doing their job. You've got a criminal that doesn't want to go to jail. They're trying to flee, and the cops have to defend themselves. This is, thank you, Heinrich. This is, bro, you know her baby daddy was so relieved after. I can only imagine. But anyway, we're going to be watching this story because this is incredibly important. This guy was in the country illegally. He shouldn't have been here. He shouldn't have been resisting arrest. He shouldn't have been trying to attack our ICE agents. And you know what? I think ICE agents should go 10 times harder. They need to do mass deportations. And you know what they also need to do? They need to do mass arrests of leftists that show up. And we're talking like 5 to 10 years in jail should solve the problem. You just keep arresting leftists as they show up, as they break the law, as they blow air horns, They blow air horns. They get in the way of ICE. There needs to be a law that if you actively impede an ICE operation, that is a minimum of 10 years in prison.
One of them shot and killed Lorenzo Salgado Arrojo, a Mexican citizen in the U.S. illegally for more than 3 decades. The family of the father of 3 said
3 decades in this country illegally. What an absolute failure of the system to not get this guy out.
he owned a business and has no criminal record.
The criminal record is he wasn't supposed to be in the country.
DHS says on Tuesday, ICE attempted to stop Salgado Arrojo's work van as part of a targeted enforcement operation. As agents in unmarked vehicles followed Salgado Arrojo, they say he tried to evade arrest. Quote, he rammed an ICE law enforcement vehicle, refused to follow multiple verbal commands, and weaponized his vehicle in an attempt to run over an ICE law enforcement officer, resulting in our office.
So this animal has been in the country. This absolute animal has been in the country for 3 decades, and we haven't done anything before this. That pisses me off. We need to do more to find people like him, and not only deport him, deport his entire family. His entire family. They wanted to arrest this guy and deport him. He decided to turn this into a huge national scandal by trying to attack ICE agents. You know what? I think that if you attack an ICE agent, I think they should shoot you dead. Right between the eyes. Oh, but no, they should shoot you in the leg. No, right in between the eyes. If you attack an agent, and with a deadly weapon, and the vehicle is a deadly weapon, you should get put down. The idea that you would feel sympathy for this criminal is insane to me. It is immoral, it's illegal, it's illogical, and remember, no one is above the law, remember? No one is above the law. Isn't that what you always say, leftists? No one is above the law. You don't actually believe that. You want to be above the law. But this is a story of somebody committing a crime, using their vehicle as a weapon, and facing the accountability for that.
Officer firing his weapon in self-defense. The attorney for the other illegal immigrants also in the van disputes the DHS.
All 3 of my clients reiterated that at no point was there ever an agent standing in front of the vehicle, nor was an agent ever placed in the line of danger.
Huh. Is it true that they were in the country illegally? Is it true that when they were told that they have to surrender, that they tried to flee? Because if either of those are true, now, the only way that I would get on board with what they're saying is if the guy was an American citizen and he wasn't trying to flee and they just shot him, which the body cam can prove. But that's not what this guy said. He knew he was here illegally because they said the other guy in the car was also illegal. And he goes, well, there wasn't an officer in front of the car, which is the same lie they told about Renee Good. So I don't believe you. I don't believe you on any front.
That is,
by the way, your hat looks ridiculous.
Simply false, and I believe my clients are telling the truth.
They shouldn't be in the country. Why are they still here?
Demonstrators gathering in the predominantly...
By the way, if it were up to me, if you want to know the truth, if it were up to me, every one of these people would be arrested. Everyone here. Oh, you're facilitating criminals? Oh, you're actively defending criminals? Oh, you're actively defending people that attack ICE agents? Every one of you is culpable. You're all going to jail.
Oh no, it's worse than that, TT. He wasn't the target. He got pew-pew for trying to play baby driver for the target instead of just giving up the guy.
Huh. Wow. Wow. This guy's an idiot. Man, But every single one of these people here, I would have these people arrested. Anyone who comes out in support, of these criminals, from now on, I'd have them arrested. That included judges, politicians. We would set a very, very harsh standard on anyone who defends these criminal illegal aliens in the country.
Mexican-American neighborhood are calling for more transparency. In a statement, DHS said...
Yeah, where's the transparency? Why aren't you turning in the person that is here illegally? Why aren't you helping law enforcement to help facilitate getting these people out of the country peacefully? Why aren't you being part of the solution? You're being part of the problem. You're covering this up for years. This is on you. And by the way, thank you, Heinrich, for the donation. I appreciate your overwhelming support, brother. It means more to me than you can know. I appreciate you. I appreciate your contributions. It allows me to do this. And so thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
The officers involved in the incident in Houston had not been issued body-worn cameras due to back-to-back Democrat shutdowns. The process of purchasing and issuing body-worn cameras to all of our ICE field offices was interrupted by the Democrats' multiple government
Democrats, government
shutdowns. Body cameras have been deployed to more than half the field offices, with the remaining half to receive them in the next 60 days. The DHS Office of Inspector General confirms it is investigating the incident. Sandra?
All right,
Sure.
Alicia Acuna on that for us. Alicia.
Sure, go ahead and investigate it. But the fact is that the guy that was with the guy in the car, he should be out of the country. All of them, like anyone associated with this, you need to start deporting these people and their entire family. Because, like, this shouldn't even be a conversation. The left allowed this problem to fester, and if you don't crack down on them as harsh as possible, they're going to continue to do this shit until people just give up. You need to start throwing these people in jail. You need to put them in prison. Do not try to kill our patriots and you won't get shot. Not complicated. Absolutely right. Now, I can only imagine how the usual retarded suspects are going to react to this. I'm sure Moist Critical is going to do a video on this. Legal Eel is going to do a video on this. It's going to be some of the most embarrassing left-wing propaganda slop you've ever seen. But the fact is, ICE was in the right. You had two people that were criminally in the country. They should not have been here. But on top of that, they decide they're going to flee arrest. We don't want to get arrested, so we have a right to flee. You do not. Especially when you put an officer's life in danger. But even if you didn't. And by the way, when people say no criminal record, your criminal record is that you're not supposed to be in the country. That is your criminal record. You are a criminal. You are not supposed to be here. The fact that he could have just denied his identity to ICE and probably drove home, the guy is retarded. Yeah, it's just unbelievable how arrogant and prone to criminality some of these people are. It's insane. You know, instead of just going, all right, well, you know what, you caught me. I'm going to drive, I'm going to get away, I'm going to do a high-speed chase. No, unacceptable. Anyone defending this is a piece of shit. Anyway, that'll do it for this video. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Okay. Let's get this uploaded. Unhold. Show them what the drug lords do to people. Yeah. It's insane. It really is. Absolutely crazy. Okay. We got that one done. All right. Let's see. Give me 1 second. I'm going to find Mitch McConnell presumed dead. Yeesh. Is that right? Let's see what
it depends on the scenario.
Even with a common retail murder.
Fine. Oh, you know what? I'll just grant all of this so that we're not sitting here for hours. Just tell me what your evidence is as a state actor. Go ahead.
Okay, so why I believe it's state actors, you look at the public way that he was executed, which requires extreme coordination, requires extreme, like really tight knowledge of the security of the event. It requires the ability to pull off a shot like that. You need to hit somebody the first time who's on stage, and you're separated by thousands of people. You don't.
None of that requires a state actor, dude. None of it.
It requires someone who's extremely coordinated.
It doesn't require a state actor. You just said it required a state actor.
It requires a state actor. I'm saying that it looks like a state actor.
Okay, so then if we get it, he was killed in public. What's your other evidence for this, that it was a state actor?
I don't think an individual can pull this off.
Great. You don't think an individual incredulity. Got it. What's your evidence?
Well, let's take a look at. So you have the. It's so annoying. All right, so you've got essentially him being killed in public view, in a very public way, in a place that is very high security. Okay, how did the person get passed over?
That's a question. I'm asking you for your evidence.
Right, and part of the answer to that question is going to be evidence.
Great.
How did that person
so what is
get
the
past
evidence?
all the layers of security that were surrounding.
Oh yeah, all six police officers.
How did we have? How did we have someone, let's look at it this way. How did we have six foreign iPhones pinged during the event from intelligence agencies?
Great. Those are all questions. What's the evidence? It's a state actor, dude.
A person.
Man, these people, they don't know what evidence is.
Dropped to the ground. Hold on a second. Dropped to the ground and started screaming, I did it, I did it.
It's not evidence.
Turned out not to have done it. Right? These things all lend themselves to a coordinated effort, and the fact that it was
there's no
done
evidence
in such coordinated fashion leads me to
it's
believe
not evidence.
What's the evidence for that, dude?
Unless you can tell me a non-state actor that could pull this thing off.
Okay, I already have. In fact, the state's already told you exactly what events took place. For one thing, it was light security that day, very light. There were 6 cops total. 6. Count them 6 for thousands of people. Tyler Robinson was able to just walk up on the roof because it wasn't secured. Pretty easy.
Why was that?
Because they had terrible security.
Isn't Charlie Kirk the man who received death threats for God knows how long on this one
yes,
day?
Charlie Kirk.
Very light security.
Do you think that Charlie Kirk is immune to human error, or any of their security details immune to human error? Instead of going with the more plausible solution, which is there's only 6 police officers there, along with his private security team, which is detailed around him, you go with the fact that it must have been a state foreign actor who sent in commandos to kill him in a coordinated fashion. It's like,
no, you're strawmanning.
Okay, then how did it go down, bro? How did the state do it?
Again, you're taking the wrong.
Tell me how the rogue state did it.
Andrew, you're doing this retail debater.
How did the rogue state do it, bro?
Andrew, you're doing this retail debate thing, which is, frankly,
I don't care about the meta. I don't care about the meta. I don't care about the meta. I just want the evidence, dude.
Andrew, you're doing the thing where you demand more information than you know anyone can possibly provide. Then if I fail to provide it, you're going to use that as an argument that I'm wrong.
Okay,
which is not,
so I'll tell
that's
you
not
what.
logically
I'm going to
sound.
shut up now. I just want you to tell me the evidence so I can write it down for your theory. Go ahead.
Again, we're going to look at who I think might have done it, and the fact that anyone who says that this is completely out of bounds, for me, is suspicious.
Can you repeat back what I'm asking you to provide for me?
We're not going to look at why I believe this is definitely what happened.
Okay, great. Can you
saying,
real quick? Can you?
and
I
the
just
point that
want
you
you to make
refuse
sure.
to comprehend.
Hang on. I want you to make sure that you repeat back to me the specific thing I'm asking you for.
Yes.
What is it?
Okay.
No. I'm asking you a
is-
question, dude. Specifically, what is it that I'm asking you?
You're asking me for evidence that my
Yes.
claim, which is not my claim, is the correct theory. And I'm telling you, my claim is not that it's the correct theory.
So then why the fuck should I listen to it?
You don't have to listen to it, but we're both here.
Okay, so to get this right, you're not going to give me
and
any
if
evidence
you-
for your theory?
Hold on, Andrew. You keep calling it my theory. Okay.
Whose theory
First of all,
is
it's not
it?
my theory. Second of
Then
all,
whose theory is
I don't
it?
think you've noticed yet that we're not arguing this theory.
Whose theory
We're
is
arguing,
it? If it's
hold
not
on.
your theory, dude.
Andrew, again, this is. I have to wonder if you're purposely being obtuse or if this is. Something
How
that
am
you don't
I
know.
the one being obtuse? Whose theory is it if it's not your theory?
Andrew, my point that I've been trying to make for the last 10 minutes is that the theory is possible. All right? It's just as possible as Tyler Robinson.
It's not, though.
And
If
for
it doesn't have
that
any evidence,
reason,
how could it be just as
what
possible?
you have to prove to get me to stop looking at it is that it's not that it's not likely, but that it's not possible. Can you prove to me that this theory is not possible? Because you're demanding that I stop looking at it. And for
Oh my
me to do
God.
that, I would need
Oh my God.
evidence.
Oh
I would
my
need
God.
evidence
Oh
that it's
God.
possible to keep looking at it, or
Wait a
likely,
minute.
or even.
Prove to me. Oh gosh. I'm gonna have a brain aneurysm. Andrew is like, all right, what is the evidence for your position? What is the evidence for your claim? Oh, well, no, I think that, on the grassy knoll. No. What's your evidence? Well, I don't have to give you evidence. What you need to do is you need to give me evidence why my position is wrong. Oh my gosh, this guy's a dent.
Into that.
Okay, great. So you're not going to provide me evidence that that's impossible then, are you?
Well, because there really is none.
There really isn't what? Any evidence?
Apart from the fact that you have identified parties.
Wow, wait a second. So to get this right, there's no evidence for that theory, so you're just not going to believe it. Great. I'm glad we're on the same page.
Andrew, there's no evidence that it's
Rabbi.
impossible. There's no evidence that it's impossible, which is why you keep looking into it.
Okay,
Why
I'll
is
keep
Charlie
looking
Kirk
into
different?
it, bro. I'll keep
Hey,
looking
Andrew,
into whether or not.
can I
Hang on.
interject?
Let me
Because
finish
this
real
debate's
quick.
not
I'm
going
almost
anywhere.
done. We're almost done.
I know,
You're
he keeps
right.
interrupting.
I will continue to look into whether or not Donald Trump is a lizard person from the planet X because it's not impossible. Got it. I'm glad we're on the same page.
I don't think it's a very high impact theory, but you're welcome to.
Hey,
look into
can we get back to a bit of reality, if you don't
I would
mind?
love to. That'd be great. No, the point is that the theory that a state actor was involved in Charlie Kirk's assassination is much more likely than Donald Trump being a lizard person.
No, it's
and
not.
Thus warrants further investigation.
Wait a second. No, by your standard, it's actually not. Your standard is,
no,
and
my standard
hang
is.
on, and I repeated it, and you agreed. Your standard was, you need to provide me with enough evidence to show that this is an impossibility, a theory which I have no evidence for. And you said yes. That's the exact same standard that I'm giving you for Donald Trump being a lizard person from the planet X. You can't provide me with enough evidence, but yet you say that it's less likely than your theory, which has no evidence. Can you explain and reconcile that contradiction, sir?
Sure, because we don't have prior existence of lizard people that's been documented. We don't have evidence of planet X. We don't know what planet X is.
That
We do
wouldn't
have
determine that it's
prior
less likely.
evidence of states taking part in targeted assassinations, which means not that this theory is likely in objective fashion, the way that you want it to be, but it is more likely than the theory that Donald Trump is a lizard person from planet X. They're both equally possible.
They're both
One of
equally
them is more
possible.
likely.
Got it. Okay.
One of them is more likely.
But they're both equally possible, but one of them is more likely.
Correct.
Okay, that's a contradiction in and of itself, but I'll just leave it there.
No, it isn't, unless you are having
How could
difficulty
something
with
be
English
equal?
language.
How the hell could something be equally possible, but one is more likely? I don't understand that, but whatever. I'll just let it go. All right.
Possibility is a binary.
Yeah, that would still not make any sense, but okay. I'll just leave it there, bro.
It's all right. Just take a minute and think about it. He'll come to you.
I will. I'll take many minutes to think about it.
All right, Rabbi.
Go ahead.
Yeah, just land your plane if you want, and then Muppet.
I just wanted a minute. I missed the start of this, but I heard something that Andrew said that I need to correct. You were talking about the fragment that they found or fragments and the jacket of the bullet.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, that we're still inconclusive on that. That doesn't match the rifle.
Yeah, that wasn't my claim. Can you repeat back my claim?
That was evidence. I'm pretty sure you used the word that.
Did
it
I
was
say?
evidence
Hang on.
that-
What was my claim
that
about the fragments?
That it was evidence
It is
that he
evidence.
used that.
That is evidence that
Evidence
he
of-
used it. It's just not evidence
Evidence
that it
of-
came from. So here's what happened with the fragments, so that you understand. They pulled 30
Yeah.
caliber fragments out of Charlie Kirk. That's confirmed. Confirmed into evidence. That is confirmed. What's not confirmed is they're not able, because it's fragmented, to match
They
it directly
pulled-
to that rifle.
They pulled one fragment and the rest
That's a
was
lie.
like just lead.
Yeah,
No, they
that's-
pulled
no.
one fragment and
No.
lead core.
No.
Lead core that you can't.
No, they
hey,
pulled
you
4
can't test
fragments.
lead. Yeah, 4 lead core and 1 bullet
So
jacket.
4 fragments, like I just said.
Yeah, but you've got 1 fragment out of that you can actually test.
That's all that they
That's
would
not-
need to test and determine it's a 30 caliber, which they did.
And it's inconclusive that it came from that rifle.
Nobody ever made the claim that was matched to the rifle. So you're disputing a claim I never made.
Well, isn't that the whole
he's
point?
true. He's
That's
telling
the
the
whole
truth.
point.
Why?
of it,
What is the
that-
point? You don't.
He didn't
that
claim
it-
that it
There's
matched the rifle.
many times it is the case in murder investigations that I happen to be the only guy on the scene with the 9mm. That guy was killed with 9mm, but the 9mm fragmented and it can't be matched to this pistol. That's still plenty of material evidence, dude.
But it's still not evidence that he was killed with a 30 cal. Where's your evidence of that?
Because that's what they pulled out of his body.
But it's not evidence that it's hooked to that gun.
I never made that claim.
Yeah, he's
That's the claim that they need to make. That's the evidence of having a bullet
They're
fragment.
not going to
tested.
be able to match it specifically to that rifle because it was fragmented, and they don't need to.
Well, that's the point, though. There's only 1 bullet fragment.
Okay, bro, I just want to make sure.
There's only 1 casing fragment that they can test.
Okay, let's walk through this logically. You're a cop. You kick in the door to my house. I'm standing over my wife with a 9mm handgun, and she has expired. And they pull a 9mm fragments out of her chest. Okay, and they say this bullet is so mangled that we can't actually match it to his pistol. I didn't do the crime then, right?
Well, no, maybe not. 'Cause
Okay, that's all I
it's not
needed
the-
from
it's
you.
not the same.
All I
it's
needed
not
from
the
you,
same
bro. That's all I
scenario.
needed from you, bro.
It's not the same scenario, Andrew.
Same scenario.
Where's Tyler pulling the trigger?
You don't need.
Where's Tyler?
You don't need.
Where's
to
Tyler
have,
with a
first
gun
of all,
on the roof?
You don't need to have the direct footage even of him taking the shot. It's not even necessary. He went on the campus with an .06 rifle. He climbs
go
up
on the
on the
campus?
building.
Where is he on the
There's
campus?
footage. They released tons of footage for it from 4 different
Can you
angles.
prove that? Can you prove that's
Twigs
him?
himself. Twigs himself said that looks like a Tyler Robinson
Did
to me.
not.
He did
couldn't-
too.
yeah.
I watched
Did he
Twigs. I
confirm it
watched
was-
Twigs.
Did he
Yes.
confirm it was him?
He said it looks like him, especially the last
It
two.
looks like him. Hang on. So let's get back to that. His gay lover can't confirm it's him.
You mean
on a CCTV
his gay
camera.
lover who said it looks just like him? Can't confirm that it's him. Okay, got it.
He didn't say it looks just like
Yes,
him.
he did.
You
He
used
said it
the
looks
right
like
wording.
him. He said the last
It
two
looks
pictures
like-
especially look like
It
him.
looks like him.
And he's wearing the
That's
same
not-
shoes. And by the way,
Is
his gay
that-
lover.
Well, is that Lance saying that's him?
Do you agree?
That's definitely him.
Do you agree that gay? Well, that's how every lineup
Hey.
works, by the way.
Well, don't you think if Lance was going to confirm it was him, he'd say, yeah, no, that's him for sure.
So then all I need to do to get away with a crime is wear sunglasses and a hat, because anybody who identifies me can say, well, I can't be 100% sure that's him.
Lance was put up by the prosecution, man.
Oh, gosh.
Did you actually, can you say that you saw clear CCTV footage that Tyler was on campus?
I saw clear CCTV footage that Tyler was there, yes.
Where?
They presented
Which
it
footage are
in
you
court. What do you
referring to?
mean?
Like in the garage?
The
In
experts?
the garage?
Yeah,
on the roof?
Dude,
on what footage are you talking
you have
about?
to shut up or I can't respond. So when you're
go.
done, then you can tell me and I'll respond.
No, Andrew, he's asking for
what footage?
evidence. You do
Great.
ask for
footage
evidence.
So
are
let's
you
start
talking
with the
about?
fact that there's footage of this guy all over the campus, right? There is a clear shot of him when he goes and leaves and gets food. He's in the same car, right? They have a license plate. He's
Hang
identified.
on, when he leaves
Bro,
and
you
when
have
he
to
leaves
let me
and goes,
let me
gets
lay it
food,
out.
what
Let me lay,
are you talking about?
bro, let me lay it out. Then you can respond. Okay. Anyway, he's all over the UVU campus. Yes, they released tons of footage of him on the UVU campus. You're just saying that because he's wearing a hat and sunglasses, it can't be 100% sure.
No,
But you
I'm
know,
saying it
dude,
should
you
be
have to let
4K
me
clear
lay it out.
footage.
Let me get it out, and then he can respond. Lastly, his homosexual boyfriend said, I recognize him from the shoes especially. You know what's really funny about gay
From the
dudes?
shoes
The gay dudes
especially.
really remember the shoes, bro.
Do you
Let's
know
not
how many
mince let's not
thousands of
mince
people
words.
wear those shoes?
How many
Do
thousands?
you know
wear
how many
them?
thousands?
How many?
I'm asking you. Do you know?
I don't know. How many?
I'm sure it's more than one.
Well, how many? So two?
No, that's not the point. I'm asking you.
You're asking me what? How am I supposed to know that?
How common are those shoes? So how can you use that?
Because
are
if
you-
I'm
are
wearing
you kidding me that
so
you
wait a second.
can't
So
say
I'm
that
there.
his
So
gay
somebody
boyfriend didn't confirm it was
Yeah.
him 100%.
So if I go and I
So
rob a bank,
how
and
did you-
I'm,
how
as
did you
long as I'm
confirm it?
wearing as long as I'm wearing a hat and I'm
How-
wearing sunglasses,
How are you so confident it's him if Lance couldn't
because
confirm it's
all law enforcement who took the stand claimed that it's him. The fact of the matter is his DNA was found all over that rooftop. It
him?
was found.
Which
hang
law
on, bro,
enforcement? Are we
bro.
talking about Brian Davis or David Hull? Which law enforcement are we talking about?
All law enforcement that took the stand that saw the videotape of him that were actual law
I'm asking you
enforcement, not
specifically,
analysts.
which law
All of
enforcement
them.
officer
Every
did you
one
hear
of
him
them
say that?
who was on the stand identified that as being Tyler Robinson's.
Like, God bless Andrew. He's going into the den of some of the most dented retards. I mean, he's going in and dealing with. I mean, we're talking like 40 IQ people. We're talking about some seriously mentally defective people. If you think that Israel is still responsible for this shooting, there is something deeply and profoundly wrong with you. There is something deeply and profoundly wrong with you. You are an absolute dent. Your head is dented. Your brain matter is splatter. Like, you are dumb. Beyond low IQ. I don't even know what to say to you. We face an evolutionary gap in intelligence if you don't understand that the narrative that was put forward by Candace Owens, it's genuinely insane. Genuinely insane. Oh gosh. It's so dumb. Okay. Okay. All right, we're gonna watch a. Might as well unwind and watch a video from a hater. Because why not? All right. All right, give me a second. We're gonna watch a hater video. Okay. Brothers, there is a particularly odious and repugnant content creator that goes by the name of Papa Gut. Now, when I show you this person, you're going to understand that there's a lot of material here to work with. I don't usually talk about this guy very much just because he's so boring. You know, if there's somebody that's just a one-trick pony, you know, sort of like a boss that has one mechanic in a video game, you just get bored. And the thing is, this guy is hyper aggressive, which is fine, but he just lies. And when you have somebody that has an aversion to telling the truth, the conversation just gets boring. Now, this guy, I mean, you're going to see very quickly, this guy genuinely is one of the most repulsive people I've ever seen online. Like, he looks like a fusion dance between Review Tech USA and Tectone, and that fusion decided to eat the quartering. So let's take a look real quick, and let me show you this guy that apparently has an issue with me. Okay? Now let me flip the avatar around. Okay. What happened to your bell? I got the bell. I definitely got the bell. Well, I want to thank you guys. I mean, I like I'll be honest. I like having the Templar support chest. I like having it up there because it's a reminder of just how unbelievably generous you guys are. I mean, $190. That's a lot of money. And I want to thank each and every one of you who helped make that possible. And you guys help make the show run, and you guys help me be able to do what I do. And I couldn't do it without your support, and I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to each and every person who's donated. And if you're somebody that can't donate or you don't want to donate, I still appreciate you just being here. Your contribution has allowed me to do this as well. So I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you. I appreciate you guys. What I will do to wrap things up, I'm gonna do a little bit of a. I'm gonna do a little bit of a. Let me see. Give me 1 second. I want to. It's not going to be a video per se, but it will be. It's not going to be a video, but. So I will, yeah, why not? I'll bring this up. So this says, this video is called My Apologies to Tactical Templar. Now, this isn't actually an apology. It's not actually an apology, but I want to play it.
It's Dixon Does the Sector. We're back at it again, only this time it's for an apology video. I never thought I'd have to make one of these fucking videos, but here it goes. I'm gonna have a cigarette while I apologize because this is coming straight from the heart, man. Addressing the Tactical Templar N-word tower allegations. They are true. It was me. I posted the N-word tower in Tactical Templar's chat while he was live talking about real topics, saving Western society and saving America. And I want to apologize. I want to apologize for Tactical Templar's tone deafness. I want to apologize for him not realizing that nobody in the history of YouTube has ever been banned or demonetized because a random spurg typed an N-word tower.
So, first of all, this guy doesn't have a channel. Like, he's got 78 subscribers. The point is, when somebody sets rules and they say, you know what, for the sake of protecting my own channel, I don't want this particular thing to be done. If you are so low IQ and you're so low impulse control, genuinely, if you are that low impulse control and you're that low IQ that you can't help yourself from doing something that you know is wrong, both in terms of, you know, it's against the terms of service. You do. You know that somebody, by the way, could absolutely screenshot that and send it to YouTube. We've seen what happens when somebody like Raw Phil gets somebody in his chat that talks about, you know, hey, I did this to Phil, and then all of a sudden his channel gets taken down. The point is, you know that I said not to do it. You know that it's against the terms of service, and you did it anyway because you have no impulse control. And you know what we do to people that have no impulse control, that have no respect for the rules, that have no respect for civilization and the ability to, you know, follow basic decorum? We remove those people. You're a 2%er. You're a genuine low IQ. You're a low IQ reprobate. And you know, it's funny because I do watch videos all the time about people that just can't control themselves. And they're usually engaging with cops, or they're doing something loud and obnoxious. You know, they're in a Wendy's and they're getting in a fight with a cashier. They just can't seem to follow basic rules. You know? Thank you, Heinrich. It says, dude's like 35. What a loser with his sippy cup. My point here is that if you are not able to function in society as a normal person, which is, there's a basic rule. You can say a lot of stuff. Don't type the N-word. Don't type an N tower. If you genuinely are that low IQ with that low impulse control that you can't keep yourself from doing that, well then, I'm sorry, you gotta go. Go talk to a therapist, get yourself on some fucking meds, and shape up. It's not that hard. You don't have a channel. You don't have anything to lose. It's nothing to you. But to me, I would very much like to keep my channel. My channel's small. I don't deny that. I don't think I'm changing the world. But I like covering these topics, and there are people that do want to hear about it. So I'm not going to put it at risk for the likes of you. Now, what you could do is you could actually start a channel. You could record yourself, and if you're interesting enough and compelling enough, you could build an audience, and you let them spam the end tower and see how far that gets you, if that is one of your highest principles and values.
In their chat. And I want to apologize that he doesn't realize that he's acting the same way libtards do and other soft little bitches on the internet.
Really? By having rules in my chat that help to allow me to continue doing what I'm doing, that's No. I see, I didn't go to your chat. No, see, what would be libtard is me going to your chat and demanding that you conform to my principles. Saying that, no, you can't have an end tower in your chat if you ever went live. No, you can't have an end tower in your comment section. I think you're confused. No, what the left does is they say, you have to conform to this. I'm not saying that. I'm saying in my chat, these are the rules, and that's it. And it's not that I make the rules. I'm trying to adhere to the guidelines because I understand that YouTube they're at a place right now. You may not understand this. You may not care to understand this, but I'll explain it to you anyway. YouTube has been nuking channels left and right. They took down Mikey No More. Now, there are times where I do cross the line a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. But I try not to. I try to make it a habit of playing within their rules. Squidman says, I just asked Grok if the end tower will get you banned, and Grok says it's true. So, listen, if you want to do an actual apology and admit that you acted like a low IQ, low impulse control retard, then I'll consider letting you back in if you really want. But other than that, try not to act like the lowest of our society. Try to have some standard for yourself. If you really can't prevent yourself from doing that, that is just fucking embarrassing. And shame on people like Dog Zero. Dog Zero, you should know better than to encourage this sort of behavior. You really should. I mean, I don't expect much from you, any of you. I don't. In fact, I'd say my expectations are low. We're talking near to zero. But if you genuinely don't understand why an end tower is inappropriate and could get somebody in trouble, I don't even know what to say. Big talker about people who never respond like Hassan, but terrified of a true and honest sector. It's embarrassing. Genuinely, this is the sort of behavior that I talk about in my videos where black people are going crazy at a fast food restaurant. And you look at it and you're like, oh man, how do these people not, how can they not function in a basic civilization structure? I don't know. But anyway, that's going to do it for that. It's just embarrassing, but you know what? This guy will do his own thing. I mean, it just try to help them. It's a different part of the internet. They'll do their own thing, but it's just yeah. I don't know what motivates you or compels you that is your highest aspiration. It's not even a fun thing to do. It's not clever. It's not creative. It's just garbage. It's literally just excess waste. And I mean, maybe these guys genuinely don't care about any of the things they pretend to care about. Maybe they don't care about the issues. But I hate to break this to you. I hate to break this to you. I'm one of the few content creators that's actually trying to talk about this stuff. And probably to my own detriment, based on the YouTube algorithm. But I'm trying to talk about this stuff in the UK. I'm trying to talk about these issues. You may mock it and say, oh, he's talking about the real important stuff. There are times where I shit on the quartering, and there are times I shit on DSP. But there are also times I talk about things that I think are just crucially important too. So, I don't know. Whatever. Some people you just can't reach, and that's fine. You have to be able to accept it. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. I want to thank you for supporting the channel. And I'll see you next time. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this stream. I want to thank each and every one of you who tuned in. I want to thank each and every one of you who supported the channel. It means more to me than you can know. I want to say God bless you. God be with you.